Hello, hello. Hope you are well. Welcome in, everybody. Let me get some music going. Is it that? No. I can't remember where that music thing was. I guess we'll just get YouTube up. Oop. Let me just hide this. Should have come prepared. Right. I did have it saved a while ago, but fuck it. We'll just listen to stuff on YouTube for now. Synthwave. Let's do that for now. Excuse me, right, okay. Let's get that sorted. And we're back. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wheel Day. Hope you're well. Today we're doing episode 3 of OPM, or Official UK PlayStation Magazine, issue number 3. Came out in February 1996. Let's get down to it. I'll tell you what demos we were playing later in the magazine. Oh, there we go, on the CD it says there. There's not much. Okay, there's only 4 demos. A little bit like this this issue, unfortunately. Your Mortal Kombat 3, Hi-Octane, and then Rolling, Ridge Racer, and Evolva videos. That's fine. Looks like this one's going to be all about, well, the cover's Total NBA 96, so they're definitely pushing the new NBA game. They're reviewing it with Crazy Ivan, Criticom, Actual Soccer, D, which I've heard lots about. I do want to play it. Horror-esque type of game? Horror-esque. Thunderhawk, Classic Road Rash, Defcon 5, Shockwave Assault, Hi-Octane, Lone Soldier, Agile Warrior, spelt wrong, weirdly. I don't know if that's intentional. And then Mickey's Wild Adventure. And a 4-page preview of Wing Commander 3. I mean, out of those, I'm not overly interested in much of it, apart from maybe D, Road Rash, and then I guess some of them I might be quite interested in seeing as well. And just a bunch of oh, okay, this is kind of releases coming up. A Ridge Racer in September this year. This is all 96 by the looks of it. Yeah. Oh no. With some of 1997. Yeah, Ridge Racer, Battle Arena Toshinden, Rapid Reload, Wipeout, Kiliak the Blood, Jumping Flash. We played that. That was a fever dream of sorts. Discworld, a really complex kind of point and click we played in the first issue. Not much of it, but yeah, we played it. I do want to get into the Discord series, to be fair. There is a lot of quirky humour in it. And we've got 3D Lemmings, which was fucking awful. I mean, look at that. The camera angles were dodgy as fuck. yeah, it was an awful game. And then we played Lemmings as part of the wheel a few days ago, and yeah, the experience wasn't the same, but wasn't much better. Like the graphics and stuff were, in my opinion, a little bit better than the 3D nonsense you have here. I preferred the old kind of 16-bit kind of Amiga graphics, or 8-bit, whatever they are. But yeah, we didn't do too well on that one anyway. But moving on, Nova Storm, we played that. That is an odd game. I'm not sure what was rendered and what wasn't rendered. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that to anyone, if I'm honest. Air combat, flight sim, pretty bog standard. You fly around in a plane, you bomb stuff, you fight other planes. It's pretty much it, really. Destruction Derby, we didn't get to play it at a rolling demo, I think last issue. But a cult classic, like the very early stages of Burnout and the like, with kind of drive really fast and smash each other to pieces. Fun, you know. It's a good old stress release. I remember playing it as a kid and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Cyber Sled we haven't played. I don't know if that was on any demos we've come across yet. Looks similar to Star Fox, but instead of in space, I mean you're still in space by the looks of things, but you're, instead of a spaceship, you're in a kind of like tank-esque type of thing, maybe? I don't know, I could be wrong. Looks okay. Tekken, honestly, great game. Fucking love that fighting genre, or the beat 'em up genre as they've called it. Yeah, it's a great game. Sorry. And then moving on to more Kombat, classic, another fighting genre. I think we'll be playing it as part of the demos later. ESPN Extreme Games, we played it last episode. Quirky, who raced down this fucking mountain. You people on scooters, bikes, boards, all sorts of stuff, and it's just dodge loads of shit, fight each other. It's Road Rash but with a different skin. Twisted Metal, we haven't played yet, but great game, very similar to Destruction Derby, but this time you have weapons, and you're driving around not like a circuit as such, but like a map, getting weapons and upgrades, and blowing the shit out of each other. Got an iconic PlayStation or Sony mascot, Sweet Tooth, in it. Ice cream truck villain. Warhawk, similar to Air Combat, probably less simulator than Air Combat. I think you fly around in helicopters as well, I guess. I don't know. Starblade Alpha, space sim by the looks of things. Another very Star Foxy, Cyber Sleddy type of game. Looks pretty cool. Not yet played it. Assault Rigs, we did. I think I had a rolling demo. I can't remember, from episode 1. I think it's like a robot kind of mech type thing. So yeah, I don't know. Don't know how I felt about that. Total NBA 96. We'll be playing it today. No, we won't. No, we won't be playing it today, but it'll be reviewed. Yeah, it's a basketball game. Just like many sports games, it's the same kind of. It's the same sport, just a different skin, different characters. Afternoon, Minai. Welcome in, Grommers. Hope you're well, dude. I need to change the colour of the text because it's white. I need to switch every time. Close. Has that worked? There we go. Suffering. Tired. It's been a long day. It was awesome seeing you guys. Ooh. Oh, I'll chat later. Welcome in, Mulan. All ready for tomorrow? Yeah, totally all ready for tomorrow night. Yeah, I love night shifts. Wisdom teeth is named. Oh, fuck, tooth pain as well. Dude, you need some time off. I know you were saying it last night. Fuck. This isn't the horror stream. It is not Floof. It'll be later. Yes, good reminder. Tonight, me and Cake will be doing. I'm trying to think. Normally, we like Terror Tuesdays, Spooky Sundays, Wicked Wednesdays. We'll be doing Mortuary Assistant together. Cake will start off the stream. So you'll get to see some jump scares from her, bless her. I've even added a fun little multimedia redemption for 100 points. I don't know if it works on here. It might do. Called Scary Door. It just kind of, oh, there we go. Is it going to work? Come on, bot.
These are just examples. It could also be something much better. Prepare to enter the scary door.
I'm gonna have to change that before tonight because that was tiny. You've got Dan all week, so you need to do more mental prep. Oh yeah, you're off this week, so you've got a thingy. That's why we test. Indeed, you can have your points back because that was ridiculous. I do apologise for that. But yes, we'll be doing a spooky stream tonight. Mortuary Assistant at about 7 BST, 7 PM ish. I might turn the volume down on this a little bit. Cool. Right, so that's, yeah, a bunch of games coming out in 1996. Moving on to the contents. There we go, what's this? The most challenging environment on Earth. This is an EA game. Critically acclaimed Coin Up comes to the PlayStation with gameplay so challenging it had the reviewers ducking for cover. Haha! I'll be on with a bowl of stew. What do you mean, Mila? At 7 I'll be here. Oh, cool, cool, cool. I look forward to seeing you guys here tonight whilst eating. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done like a horror stream. I think the last one I did was, I think that was the underwater game me and Cake did like last year. Fuck. Man of Medan. It might have been Man of Medan. Did I do that on? I might have done that on my own. It might not have been a joint one with Cake. Eating stew that wasn't clear. Oh, okay, cool. So what are you eating tonight, Mulan? Was it stew? Oh, thanks. Mulan definitely said soup. See, yeah, exactly. It's unclear. I hope you enjoy your 4 off. I'm just going to unplug. I'm going to go down to Ramsgate later tonight and just unplug Dan's phone. And then I won't have to deal with him breaking shit tomorrow night. And then my night shift should be relatively fine. Alright? Yeah, go back to the magazine. At the end of the level, baddies are big and mean and will probably go down in history as the most prolific bullet spewing bosses ever to grace a game. I mean, that's a bold statement. It plays like a swarm of angry killer hornets. C and VG. No idea. Harder than a diamond. some strange, yeah, reviews there. Contents, right, it's covering Total NBA 96 as per the cover. Pre-play bounds in, it's just after Christmas, so lots of developers are dropping games. Rise of the Robots, Wing Commander. Wing Commander's got like a 4-page preview here in this magazine. If you want to go back in time, you can win a Laserdisc player. Dan doesn't need a phone to cause carnage. This is very true. So yeah, do you want a Laserdisc player? I mean, I'd want it, but I'm weirdly obsessed with old tech, so. I own some. Some of them are there, but I'll be emulating them only because it's a lot easier. And a lot of the early demos are impossible to find now. Anything up to, it was a weird way they did it. I think it's up to, they did the first 17 issues as like disc 1 to 17, and then restarted the counter at 18 or 16. I can't remember which one it was now. And then just kind of went disc 1, volume 2, and then after that just carried on the counter, which is very strange. Which threw me off, and that's why I had to do an episode 1 redux, because I started off at issue 16 or 17 or 18, one of those three, I can't remember which one now, assuming that it was disc 1, but then I was kind of like, hang on, that's not correct, it says volume 2, and then quickly realised that, oh no, they didn't start, every issue had a demo, they didn't start the demos later. They just decided to restart the counter, which is just weird to me, but hey ho. But yeah, they went kind of trawling through eBay looking for the original discs 1 to 17, and I think I found disc 6, disc 8, and disc 11 or something like that, but couldn't find the demo 1 from the PlayStation 1 magazine. So yeah, I found a website that had ripped them all, and then apart from one, actually I think it's missing one, which I might have the physical copy for through archive. I think it's like 95, but considering how quickly I'm getting through these, it might be some point in 2052 will we end up getting to that point. We'll see. But yeah, I've got it through my launch box, and you'll see it. We'll dabble in it. It's going to be a very short demo review, or not even a review, but display, or I can't even think of the word. English is failing me. Preview, demo preview, because only 2 of them are playable, and 2 of them are rolling demos. So four games in total. We had like 8 in the first one, 6 in the last one, and then 4 in this one. So they're trying to pump out these magazines, and they just don't have the content from developers to you know, to preview. But yeah, it's going to be a short demo preview at the end. Greetings to the first PSM of 96. That is incorrect. February. Last issue was January. I don't understand. Maybe this just got pushed back, and they didn't check. They did. The first one they did was November 95, and then it skipped December 95 and went straight to January 96. So for whatever reason, it didn't get published over December, and they republished it in 96. That makes more sense. Sorry, I missed that. I've got a physical copy of magazine demo 96 if you want to borrow it. Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I've got fuckloads there. But yeah, when we get up to the episodes, yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, yeah, you're right in that sense. It throws me when they say that. Which Populous? Do I have that? I'll have to show you. The magazines are in that box down there, underneath the demos. But I think I have the Populous one, which I know you would definitely want to tune in for, and I'll have to message you to kind of, because do like, I imagine it'll just like a massive breakdown of Populous and the demo and stuff. Be curious to see what level they pick. If they do, I mean, I hope it's not a rolling demo. That'd be no, they can't be. I definitely played the demo when I was a kid. And I think it's for the Fire Warriors. There's 3 demos. Oh, okay. Oh, fair. Oh yeah, it says right there. If I just read like a split second more, I would go, oh right, it says right here, I'm writing this in December. Now that we're into a new year, I thought I'd ponder which of the events to come in 96. For starters, PSN will be getting better. Yes, I know it's not bad, but now the traditional troublesome launch period is over. More demo things! Welcome in, Dixie. Hope you are well. We have your jar. We have your jar of mulled wine and your thingy. Sachets of mulled wine tea bags. I'll have to give it to Grommers when he pops over to drop Kate's key off. Cake's key off. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, do we return the favour? And I was going to cook up some mulled wine myself and replenish the whole thing for you, and leave like sticks of cinnamon, cloves, and star anise, you know. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give the jar to Grommers when he drops the key off. Not a problem. I didn't have any wine this morning. I was going to return it when we next saw them, but that might have been in December, which was a long wait. But yeah, we'll return it now. But I couldn't be asked. Was probably closer to the truth. I have made mulled wine myself before. It's quite fun. I made it quite spicy. Super spicy pickled eggs on the go at the moment. Oh, I need to learn some spice recipes from you. I know you like to do like spiced gherkins and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in on that because I love spicy stuff. And I know cake won't eat them, so I'll be like, all for me. Will do. Awesome. Just made some cinnamon roasted chickpeas. They're the bombs. Cinnamon roasted chickpeas. Right, we're changing this. We're no longer a demo stream. We're now doing recipes. Everyone share your recipes. We're doing guest stars. We're going to share everything. We're going to cook. Demo recipes. Cooking stream. Do you know what? Fuck it. I'd love to do one of those at some point. I haven't cooked properly in a long time. I don't want to embarrass myself, but fuck it. I'll have to kind of pencil one in. Kate does a lot of the cooking. Thankfully, she's very good. But she doesn't enjoy cooking like I do. So it'll be nice to kind of, I could cook up something quite posh for her, and on stream everyone's gonna go, ooh. That's it. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I'd be the same. I'd be like, and we chop this up, and that's my index finger. Shit. I have a demo disc for the PS2 from 2000. Ooh. Also, welcome in, Soupy. Hope you are well. The fuck ups are what we're here for, really. Yeah. We are supportive, but as long as we see fuck ups, we'll laugh and then console. We are truly a unique community of people. That's it. There's Dark Cloud, Kaloa 2, and other two. Ooh. I think if this goes well, And I'm not like kind of saying in the sense that I need people to be like, oh my god, demo streams, yeah, it's going to be amazing. If I can get these out in a timely fashion, there's over 100 to do. I'm on episode 3, just to kind of put that in perspective. I would like to move on to PS2. It just depends on how long it takes me to get through 108 episodes of this. So, yeah. This is technically the 4th episode because we did a redux of episode 1. If I can get these out relatively quick, then yeah, I'd love to move on to PS2 because I've got some PS2 demos and it gives me an excuse to buy more magazines. And by that point, we might be down in the basement by then. And I'll have more room to kind of display stuff and more room to do bits and bobs, where I'm kind of tied into a small crevice room at the moment. Why is my kitchen on fire? I'll tell you why. After the ad break. Down into the basement. Yeah, so the basement's kind of where the storage is at the moment. Because the loft isn't fit for purpose, really. I'm buying a ladder on payday on Friday. And I'm going to go in there and see how well it's kind of insulated and if there's boards and stuff like that. Because it's above Cake's room. And maybe do a little bit of cleaning in there. And then it's a case of just moving all the crap from the basement up into the loft. And then moving all my crap into the basement. The basement is a cinema room. Dixie can attest to that. Welcome in, Zen. Hope you are well. We've always borrowed that. No, it's fine. We need the ladder like permanently anyway, so that we can access the loft. And it's only like 50 quid, so it's just one of those telescopic ladders. But no, we'll move all the stuff up into the loft, and then yeah, the cinema room will then have like a desk, and I'll have another section for like when I want to do like some either painting models that I want to get into at some point, and then modeling consoles and peripherals and stuff. And then it'll just have so much more space. I could even do VR streams if I wanted to down there. It's just a million times better than this room. Those ladders are pretty good. Yeah, sweet. There is a vision there. The only thing is, it's as tall as me, so I'm always concerned. Every time I go down there, it's like, or in my head I'm thinking, it's a wide and vast room, and then I'm like, it's ceiling's here. Shit, there's lots of space around me, but it's as tall as me, and it's completely soundproofed as well. So when Cake wants to go for a nap, which is probably imminently, she won't be hearing me whittering on about crap that she's not interested in. And so she can sleep soundly. And there's more to it as well. Grom has messaged me about some kind of chill streams that we might do down there. But we'll see in the coming months. It's going to be a long process. Once the ladder is bought and we have it, then we can ascertain what we can move into the loft, and you know, and then how I move this shit downstairs, and new desks, and all sorts of crazy shit. Completely soundproof. Let me bring a kit over. Yeah. I mean, I had it sorted. We're just adjusting.
I want them set up in a room while I nap. That's just so peaceful.
What, drums? Oh. Flu says hi.
Hi.
She says hi. You probably can't hear her. Yeah, no, when I first moved in here, before I met Cake a long time, like 4 or 5 years ago, a friend of mine was getting into the building business, and I said, like, I kind of want to do something with the basement. It's kind of like very serial killer vibes down there at the moment.
And I moved in and brought all my basement shit.
No, there's still middle bit you've missed out. Where it was built. And yeah, I was like, oh, do I turn it into a gym or do I turn it into a cinema room? And then I was like, yeah, gym sounds like a good idea, but I could get a gym membership and not use that instead of getting a gym in my house and not using that instead. So I thought, yeah, cinema room would be a good shout. And then it took about 2 years to do. Soundproofed to an extent, I'd say 90% soundproofed. Well, Fluffy already offered he's going to take his drum kit down there. Oh. Well, the thing is, the vents go out into the garden, so the neighbours might hear. Anyway, yes. This will eventually be down in the basement. I've digressed massively from the demo stream. Right, let's go back to the demos. Okay. It's the playtests. Gorge yourself on the banquet. There's our playtest section. So they do it every episode, every issue. That's it. I mean, I'd love to get neon lights down there. No one can hear Lara's statue scream. Yes, it's like a complete vacuum down there. I'll be wearing like a helmet with oxygen in it. And moving on. Destruction Derby. What a great advert. Appealing to a specific demographic. Young, you know, teens who love women in very little clothing on top of cars. Boobies. Exactly. Love thy neighbour, wreck this car. Can't go wrong. Psygnosis, who have got a lot to answer for, considering Lemmings. Just gonna put it out there. Classic ace game, and one which all racing fans should seriously consider and then buy. Cool. Yeah, I would buy that. Can't go wrong with a bikini model. This is selling. Yeah, exactly. They know how to sell. Prepubescent teens coming into puberty. We love blonde women with big boobies. Anyway, before I offend someone. Contents. Pre-play, we've got Wing Commander 3, Chronicles of the Sword, Alien Trilogy, Rise 2, Resurrected, I suppose. Pinball games, Namco Museum Volume 1, Zero Divide, Brain Dead 13, Scottish Open Virtual Golf, NBA in the Zone. Play tests, you got NBA 96, Crazy Ivan. I mean, basically what they had up top there, we already went through that. And then yeah, full contents, news, pre-play, subscription, Made in America feature, Sony competition, back issues, letters, play tests, tips and cheats on the CD, and game over. So Tekken has its own section at the back there. No matter what advert they run at, it's always sexy modder. That's retro marketing. That is true. That is very true. Product of its time. Official UK PlayStation Magazine CD number 3. As stated above, we can play Mortal Kombat 3 and Hi-Octane, which looks like a racing game with guns. You can see bullet holes. And then rolling demos of Ridge Racer and Evolva. That looks interesting. I want to know what that is. So we'll be checking those out. News updates. PlayStation sales have outstripped production to such an extent that Sony Japan have started manufacturing at a second factory facility in the Far East. One of Sony's many factories have been seconded by Sony Computer Entertainment to increase output of PlayStations to meet demand. Let's hope they're making PAL machines as well as NTSC ones, eh? Oh, yeah, you want more NTSC ones and PAL ones. PlayStation wins again. Sony machine takes all the honours. Sony has swept the board in Computer Trade Weekly's annual retailer poll. The results clearly confirm that PlayStation is as the undisputed king of the consoles. Current consoles, obviously. And moreover, computer entertainment in general. I'd like to note one thing is that, bear in mind, obviously Sony did really, really well with the PlayStation, and then obviously PlayStation 2 was far superior and did way, way better than any of its other consoles. It still doesn't beat the handheld of the Game Boy in sales. I think the Nintendo DS, I was speaking to Grom about this, DS holds like the all-time sales just because the handhelds just do way better than consoles. Because why not? I deny your facts. Have I got it wrong? I thought they were Nintendo DS. Nintendo handhelds were my favourite series of consoles, yeah. Sony once beat them nonetheless. I mean, at the time, but yeah, still, like, if you look at today's statistics, way more people bought handhelds than they did consoles. But that's just one of those things. The majority of retailers also believe that PlayStation will ultimately win the battle of the super consoles. I mean, this is before the Nintendo 64 came out, or as previously stated in the earlier issue, it was the Ultra 64 is its prototype name. PS2 beat DS though, did it? Oh shit, okay, I stand corrected. PS2 is the GOAT of consoles. Oh, but it's close though. 159 million to 154.02 million. That's fucking close. I think PS2 just had such a, with the added DVD playable function, but a lot of the people didn't play games on it. They just bought it for the DVD stuff. Still, Nintendo held the crown for many portables. Yeah, I mean they were around before Sony were. I mean, Sony was an offshoot of Nintendo. Top 5 have 390 entries though. PlayStation 2 159, 54, Switch 129, Game Boy Color 118, PlayStation 4 117. But wow. Ninty entries though, yeah. Nintendo, I think, for consistency, but Sony still, you know, holding the title. That is fair. I stand corrected. SNK joined third party exclusive Neo Geo games heading for PlayStation. SNK, the former holder of the Neo Geo game system, which is a good system, and they had lots of good games on it. It's very hard to emulate though, I found. I could be wrong. People might have found easier ways to emulate it, but I struggled with it. Announced it would be releasing 4 titles for PlayStation in spring, all of them beat 'em ups, no less. Neo Geo has long been the choice of format for Kombat gamers, and SNK have, not surprisingly, been the staunchest supporter of the machine with the series of 2D beat 'em ups, the previous genre before fighting games. Beat 'em ups then became stuff like Streets of Rage, Final Fight, you know, yeah, the updated genre. Slated for conversion of the King of Fighters 95, Samurai Showdown, Fatal Fury, known as Garo Denmetsu in Japan, and the wrestling game Real Bout. All of these titles have been major hits in Japan with a strong character following and tie-ups with Japanese manga comics. Surprising absolutely no one. The Dreamcast was the worst selling console ever. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's an underrated console. I mean, I have one. It's in storage. But Sega were on their way out after the Saturn, and unfortunately, the Dreamcast took final nail in the coffin and put Sega to bed. Such a good console, you put it in the sex dungeon. Yeah. I've got that one game on it, Star Lancer, which I can get on the PC and freeware. I still have a Stadia that I have no idea what to do with. Stadia? Oh yeah, God, the Google's console. I mean, I plan to buy one at some day just to kind of have it. Just kind of put it in like a display cabinet. I actually had House of the Dead on the Dreamcast. Ooh, that subjectivity. They're having trouble with financial. I think if that never happened, the company should have survived. Yeah, as I was saying, they struggled with. Sorry, itchy head, itchy scalp. If they had already struggled with the Saturn, so they tried to throw themselves into an arena that really was way out of their depth with the PlayStation, the N64. I think they came out after the God, wow, itchy head. After the GameCube as well, or am I mistaken? Was it before the GameCube? $5 you can have mine. Bargain. Just like Xbox. Sega, actually a big company back in... Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, they obviously the Saturn, the Mega Drives, Mega CD, 32X. They had too many add-ons to the, you know, the Sega Tower console. It was just a bit much. Instead of just releasing a new console, they just kind of went, right, we're going to have the Sega CD, and then the 32X, and then this, and then this, and you just kind of like, there is a picture I saw Brom showed me a while back, which is like every peripheral and like action replay and stuff like that, and it is fucking like yay big, which is ridiculous, and they all had their own power supplies as well, and it was just, it's like an electrical fire waiting to happen. Dreamcast was, again, yeah, it was a solid console, but it's third party. The fact that you could rip games meant they weren't making any money. It had no region locking. You know, it was awful. They made a poor decision with that console. Game Gear, yeah, that was another one. Their handheld. But yes, moving on. So SNK have joined releasing games on PlayStation, as have Atari. The big old gaming companies, realising they can no longer compete on their own consoles, have jumped onto releasing on the super consoles. Atari and SNK being two major companies who were big hitters prior to Sony coming about. JVC. Who are JVC? I don't know who JVC are. Oh, this is them advertising the multi-tap, which I bought one of, and then Cake's father gifted us another, so now I've given it away to Grommers though, for his PlayStation. Hopefully we'll have a PlayStation downstairs with a multi-tap and the new mod, and then we can just all play games down there. It'll be fun. But yes, moving on. JVC joined the race. Wipeout and Ridge Racer, massive racing games on the PlayStation, cult classics. I won't even say cult classics, they're just great games for its time. Oh, is that Storm? So Storm run across the garden. BFI looked at to archive aged video games, as well as archiving some 275,000 films and TV shows. The British Film Institute, BFI, wants to store as many computer and video games for posterity as possible. We're determined not to see early computer games disappear in the same manner as many of our early films. Oh, that's good. Can't beat Wipeout, no. What console do you guys do the most? PlayStation 1 for me. This is why I'm doing this. PSP did beat GBA, but the PSP did shocking though afterwards. People just kind of putting emulators on it now, aren't they? I've got a PSP. That itchy head, man. No, I appreciate the data. It's relevant to the stream. But yeah, it's good to see the British Film Institute archiving all the old games, just so we don't lose all that hard work and effort. 82.5 million used on the PSP to 81.51 on the GBA. Holy shit! Beat the GBA. That's mental. Oh, the one up there, the Game Boy Color, that's combining both, is it? Ah. Oh, the Vita was good. Yeah, I like the Vita. Right. Moving on. New for 96 PlayStation titles in development. Looks like we've got here. We've got SimCity 2000. FX Fighter. And then what's this? Alone in the Dark. Look at those graphics. Tater would be a fan of that. SimCity 2000. Old classic. Alone in the Dark. Loved it. I've heard a lot of people like mention that game. I know Tesla loves Alone in the Dark, and a few other people from the old community do. I've not ever played it. I'd like to at some point. Inspired Resident Evil. Ah, I should then. Yes, I definitely should. A lot of puzzles and stuff in it. Alone in the Dark, pretty fun. So yeah, I'll have to add that to my list. I think I've got a copy of the PlayStation 1 in my ROMs. Japanese column. Tokyo correspondent examines the software scene in the land of the rising sun. Warning, some of these games may never be released in the UK. Yeah, just kind of hinting the fact that region locking is a thing. To illustrate just how far ahead the Japanese gaming scene is compared to our own, Forest and Games players have been playing brand new titles such as Namco's Ridge Racer Revolution since November last year. This game was available to play in link-up mode outside most Japanese game shops, weeks prior to it going on sale in early December. Sadly, despite the two-player link, the game itself fails to live up to expectations, with only one main track available, apart from the token inclusion of the original. In fact, it's altogether more of a remix than a revolution, and probably designed to appease the game otakus desperate for new software in the run-up to Christmas. Danger shoot 'em up revival currently being endured on the PlayStation with games such as The Hunt, Starfighter, Sony's music oddly named Tentaku, which is that. This is like a shmup. Apparently the name of a famous Eiffel-like tower in Osaka, which is under threat from aliens. Simultaneous two-player action is possible, along with the choice of 3 different craft. Also, from Sony Music is a sequel to lukewarm, Doom-inspired robot Plod 'em Up, Kiliak the Blood. The follow-up's subtitled Reason in Madness offers more improved 3D scrolling and some neat effects. It's essentially more of the same, with only more sophisticated puzzles and noticeable addition. God, I can't talk today. Far more substantial adventure can be found in Konami's Snatcher, which hit Japanese streets just before Christmas, based on a Blade Runner-esque cyberpunk scenario. Snatcher is essentially an adult RPG, although not in the classic sense, and has already appeared on the various formats. The action submits players to, and it has to be said, some fairly brutal action. Unfortunately, it also features lots of Japanese texts. An English translation is due later in the year. I play guitar. No, I bought that for Kate last Christmas. She's got one downstairs. We were going to learn acoustic together. Hasn't been fortuitous. This year we've been very busy with lots of odd stuff going on. But I've got an electric one down there and an acoustic one down there. She's got like a seafoam green one in her room. But yeah, we're going to jump back on that next year and see if we can learn a song or two. Because learning instruments is great. I mean, I regret not learning instruments and languages and all sorts of different things. So yeah, when I bought her one, I got myself a cheap acoustic as well. And the reason it's sitting there is because I've got nowhere else to put it. My Caljon over. What is a Caljon? Yeah, we'll jam. What's a Caljon? Oh, okay. There's an acoustic drum box you sit on. Honestly, I know Cake would love that. Yeah, 100%. Pin it, put it in, put a pin in that. and we'll do it. I'm going to be terrible, but yeah, I'm hoping to, with a little bit more free time next year, definitely sit down and learn a bit of guitar. So awesome. And then maybe move on to the electric I've got down there. And I've had that for years. That's just a display piece, and it's a very cheap Amazon one. When can I book it? You don't want that. You might want cake, you don't want me. Is a box the size of a snake covered. Hi. You sure?
Yeah.
I thought you was going for a nap.
I'm just sort of laying in bed and sorting things.
Oh, okay.
And then if I get me I'll go with the flow.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, not for shoot flow actually. I'll tell you that, it's not interesting.
Okay. The Z.
I was listening to what you were saying about.
Oh yeah, no. Fluke was asking about the guitar and stuff. I was giving him a rundown of why we bought them and stuff.
Beautiful one.
Yes. I'll do that Z on that page. Where are we looking?
Someone told me today that I can sing.
Can you? Oh. I'm assuming you, yeah, I mean I've heard you sing, you can sing, I'm joking. I'm trying to find the Z. Where's the Z? Dixie says hello.
Hello.
They've got a Bitmap Brothers with a Command and Conquer with left page at the top. Oh, this! 3.4 TWI. Time Warner Interactive decides to play hardball. The Bitmap Z. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. I recognise Z. I 100% recognise it. I don't know whether it's from your channel, where I've been watching you play through games, or I've definitely played this at some point, because I recognise how it's set out. Let's read it. Time Warner Interactive has a trio of titles in the release shoot, starting next month with Hardboard 5. The combination of years of baseball simulating software. Boring. No, I'm joking. If you like baseball, it's for you, not for me. That's the sport in which so-called World Series consists solely of American teams. Yeah, right, okay, so they just as sarcastic as I was. If you lost too many units, the EVA would actually say, oh, you are so shit. Brilliant. Later to come on March, April, we'll be getting Z, the Bitmap Brothers PC game, which is best described the cross between Cannon Fodder and Command and Conquer. Of course, if you've never heard of these two titles, then you may as well be described as a cross between NASA and a pony. Okay. It is a sprite-based tactical arcade war game with intelligent adversaries, and finally will be treated to Missing in Action around June, the month that coincides with the release of the game. Details? Sorry, not got a clue. No doubt you're sent into rescue MIAs or some such. It'll be great, don't you worry. Yeah, I'll have to. I'm going to end up probably downloading this after this, because that does bring back some memories for me, weirdly, and it looks like a lot of fun. Right. Telstar Fighter top 3DO blaster undergoes conversion. Oh, what's this? This array of parts from 3DO Starfighter suggests that the PlayStation version could be a Stormer. Expect more texture mapping than that. Yeah, because it looks pretty awful. It's hard to get a hold of, the good version anyway. Is it not online anywhere, archive.org or abandonware? I'll have to check the ROM list and see if I've got it on the PlayStation ROM set. We won't read all that, that's fine. Great moments in video game, number 3. It's on Steam, but the thing is they made a version for the iPhone. Oh, and the version was censored and reworked. Oh, that sucks. So they've been doing great moments in video gaming, and they've done 2 already. So we've done, this is the 3rd one, and that's the version that's everywhere. So you got to go digging to find the original. Ah, well, I'll be going digging later then. So finally tracking down the BFG 9000 in Doom, or Big Fucking Gun. The Holy Grail of Doomists is the rather large gun, or BFG for short. This monumental weapon is the hidden one of the secret ante-rooms on the focus level, and there's also another one later in the game. Up until now you've had the content to content yourself with chain guns, rocket launchers and the occasional plasma rifle, but now after long hours of searching and hoping, there it is just waiting to be picked up. The first time you fire that thing, there is an instant of panic when you think it's not working. The BFG takes about 3 seconds to power up, accompanied by an increasing higher pitched whining noise, and then it unleashes a massive ball of fire towards your assailant. And then when that first baddie is engulfed by flame, when everyone else in the vicinity gets wasted, that, you agree, is a great moment in video gaming. Agreed. I like that, yeah. I agree with that. Philosoma, new and improved. Sony shooter gets an overhaul prior to UK launch. It looks kind of like a shmup. Aesthetically pleasing shoot 'em up, yeah. You could wish for. That looks pretty cool. I'm pretty shit at shmups, so yeah. I don't normally play them. Quiz station. Oh, these quizzes. So, question 1. Disney's cartoon mouse, his name, Mickey. What is the first film he appeared in? Fantasia. You know? Steamboat oh yeah, Steamboat Willie. It must be that, yeah. I thought it was Fantasia, but I guess it was Steamboat Willie before that. How tall is Crazy Ivan? Fuck knows. Write anything you hear. AIDS. Tell us a joke involving a mouse. I'll leave that up to Mulang and his dad jokes. Or you guys if you want to do a dad joke. Moving on. Top 10. Oh god. Doom loses the top spot to FIFA Soccer. FIFA Soccer is number 1, Doom is 2, Tekken is 3. Worms, I fucking love Worms. I know a few mouse jokes, but they're all cheesy. Boom, boom. Worms, I loved Worms. I loved playing Worms Armageddon recently as well. So much so that I postponed this to today so that I could get my Worms Armageddon submission in before today as well. I did play a little bit today as well, and got myself up to Veteran, which is really frustrating because I got up to Veteran very quickly compared to when I did on stream yesterday morning, and yeah, that was frustrating. Mortal Kombat 3, yeah, loaded, again a game I want to get into. Destruction Derby, PGA Tour Golf, Wipeout and Ridge Racer. PSM's top 10 list of games that we want. Nah! Tekken 2, everyone loves Tekken, agreed. And this is going to be even better, 100%. Toshinden 2, another fighting game. Jumping Flash, that was a fever dream. I don't understand how the first one worked in any way, shape or form, but eh. Resident Evil, 100%, yeah. Looking forward to Resident Evil coming out at this point. Darkstalkers, another Street Fighter Alpha, another fighting game. Soul Edge, the beginning of Soul Calibur. Syndicate Wars, little men walking around in gangs shooting things. Yeah, we like those. Magic Carpet, Flying Carpet Flight Sim with some shooting and magic. What's not to like? Tenka, arcade adventure shoot 'em up. And then Ridge Racer Revolution. We played it, not amazing, but still pretty darn good. Yeah. PlayStation on the net. The official PlayStation game goes online. I see a picture of WWF. Where are we seeing WWF? There he goes, WrestleMania. PlayStation Magazine recommends Mortal Kombat 3, Tekken, Doom, WrestleMania, Alone in the Dark, and Thunderhawk 2. Ah, fair. So what's this? The first fruits of PSM's even own homepage. The full Wipeout review from our premiere issue. Expect to load more stuff over the coming months, such as playing tips. Can we zoom? Look at that! Look at that. Futurenet.co.uk, Stephen12345, Games PlayStation Issue 1 Wipeout, HTML. The early stages of OPM's Netscape. We all remember Netscape. Oh dear. HTTP. No S, yeah, no secure. Hackers. Futurenet.co.uk on Netscape. Right, that's brilliant. Future's old mags, as well as pages culled from the Future 40's old magazines. It also features a news page updated daily. List of major features plus dozens of links related to websites. Future magazines cover such diverse topics as video games, of course, the net, computing, CD-ROMs, music, football, rugby, cycling, and crafts. So there's something for everyone. What if you don't like any of those? It's not for you then, is it? More importantly, the official UK magazine has its own homepage where you can log on and find about earlier issues of PSM if you've missed them. Hints and tips, which we could all fit into the magazine, and all sorts of PlayStation related tomfoolery. You can also subscribe over the wire, as it were, at a specifically reduced rate. Oh well, they were charging for online subscriptions at that point. Fuck. To interface with PSM on net, point your browser at You'll have to enter a few personal details. Wow. Take the piss, but this archive was probably enabled us to have this archive, so go to them. So go them, yeah. Yeah. It did help. In 1996, or 1995, they must have had that up and running. Websites, gaming data to download. Of course, FutureNet isn't the only place you can go for online information. The PlayStation already has dozens of websites where you can download information. The simplest way to find these is go to one of the internet search engines such as Webcrawler. Fucking Webcrawler, wow. And type in PlayStation. There are a host of sites, professional and amateur, that dedicate pages to PlayStation, but there is a quick rundown of the best sites out there. Before Google, we had Webcrawler. That's bad. Oh. Imagine a world before Google. It's mad, isn't it? Read this. The PSM's rating system explained. I imagine this is a blurb. I don't want to read everything to you, otherwise my voice is going to be gone by later. But this is the PSM ratings. 10. Rarer than hen's teeth. The PSM is prepared to award a golden 10 to games which are as near as damn perfect. Near as damn perfect, I suppose. That's weird English to me. 9. A splendid piece of software, wholeheartedly recommended without prejudice. 8. Very, very good. Add it to your collection forthwith, if not sooner. 7. A great title with one or two minor irritations, but still a competent and worthy purchase. 6. A case of why did they do that? Question mark. Playable, but with some dodgy bits. 5. A straight average. Seen it before, flawed or just a good idea gone awry. 4. Just below average. A poor sequel maybe, or has some serious gameplay or lifespan flaws. 3. Looking bad, maybe worth some borrowing for a bit. 2. Borderline crap. Technically inept. Poorly structured and short-lived. 1. A product without merit of any sort. Naff beyond human endurance. I wonder if any of them receive a 1. I look forward to seeing if there is a 1 or a 10. The completely unofficial rumours column. Let's have a look at this. Digital Integrations is looking at porting some of their high-spec flight combat sims to the PlayStation. Obviously, they'll be recoded to accommodate a keyboardless control environment. First game rumoured, excuse me, for the chop is Apache's DI. Well, do you know, why not just zoom in? It's just so much easier. Apache. Oh, then DI's well-received helicopter gunship simulation. Rumours abound of a LucasArts involvement with PlayStation. Stories include conversions of Dark Forces Rebel Assault 2 and The Dig to a version of their Ultra 64 title. This is the prototype of the N64. Shadows of the Empire, the only concrete release so far is a version of the 8-bit classic Ballblazer. Cool. Popular Japanese RPG's Kingfield is to get a US and possibly a Euro release, but although it's called Kingsfield 1, it's actually the superior sequel Kingsfield 2. Look out for it like soon. According to Industries Mole, Namco are planning a PlayStation version of Rave Racer and possibly Ace Driver. However, it looks like the speedy ski sim Alpine Racer won't be heading our way. Shame. At a recent developers conference in Tokyo, 2 titles were on show as a technical display of the PlayStation's power. One game was Total NBA 96 and the other was deluxe high-res version of Ridge Racer, stunning at 60 frames per second. Sony, however, deny all knowledge. Interesting. Here we go. In an attempt to head off damaging rumours concerning a Super PlayStation, Sony has released a statement to European dealers, claiming that while research is being done on improved PlayStation technology, nothing will be seen or made available for a very long time. The release stated, Sony isn't going to make the mistake of other console manufacturers and promised the release of a new improved version of the PlayStation. PlayStation 2 is only a rumour and not a fact. It was going to be is going to be a fact. Brian's official USA PlayStation plates. God, do you remember these crappy home-built archives? I do not. I'm trying to recall. Carry on, one sec. Release date, yeah, PlayStation 2. However, Sony acknowledged the PlayStation would grow and extend. Ken Kutaragi, investor of PlayStation and Sony stalwart for the past 20 years, commented, as an engineer I have all sorts of ideas and dreams for how PlayStation should take place. One theory doing the rounds is that PlayStation 2 will be an online gaming system. It does have online capabilities, don't get me wrong, but I doubt it was its primary use. But obviously the early stages of the internet, everyone's like, yeah, let's get everything online, it's going to be amazing. When, like, realistically, online gaming on consoles didn't really happen until, I'd say, maybe the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era. Not, yeah. Would anyone disagree with that? One theory during the rounds is the PlayStation. Oh, right, sorry. Akira Sato, head of Sony Computer Entertainment's Japan Software Development Unit, says that the PlayStation 2 is already capable of this, but the telecommunications capabilities aren't up to the task. Interesting. Let's do. And one more. No. Choose your weapon. The PGA golf thing. A double pager. Really not a big fan of golf games, unfortunately. I know Irish loves these golf. I know a few other people do. Unfortunately, I am not a fan. What's this? Did I miss something here? Ryan's. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I do remember what you're talking about. I was really confused by that moment. Yes, that's hilarious. Let's zoom into that. Home built archives, yeah. Latest news, future releases, new release. They look so gaudy. They look awful. Oh, but it's yeah, that's funny. Number 4. Decent US website marred by illegible lime green text on a pink marble background. Lots of tabulated data, release dates and the like, but not as much in the way of juicy information. Skier, Sony, Sony Computer Entertainment, America, Sony.com, yeah. Own PlayStation site, you expect it to be good, it isn't. The writing is patronising, well, it is American. Wow, the information is out of date and there simply isn't very much of it. Psygnosis' own studio website, Sony Interactive Studios, as well as well-designed site with previews of up-and-coming SIE titles on PlayStation and PC. There's a company background with a job opportunities and a chance to voice your feelings on SIS products. And that is that and that. And then entertainment homepage carries details of all SIE's products and good PC CD-ROM stuff. More importantly, links to Skier's website stuff and Sony Interactive Studio, formerly known as Sony Psygnosis. Psygnosis were once a powerhouse, yeah, and I love their like the eye icon they have as their like logo. Despite the fact that I'm very angry at them for Lemmings, but it's fine. Wing Commander, right? So this is what's promised to us at the very beginning on the front page. This gets a 4-page like review. Space sim. Wing Commander Legend continues with this. The third installment, PSM finds it to be a mighty leap forward and a perfect demonstration of what an interactive movie should involve. Okay, so this is but now better faster than BF. Its name is something like that. I mean, I probably would have given you a blank stare as well for a while. I mean, I know the company, I know that I was Psygnosis, but the games, apart from Lemmings, is the only one on top of my head. But my mind's blank. So this is supposed to be an interactive movie. So there's lots of cutscenes and actors, but it is essentially a space sim. It's a unique blend of polygon-based deep space combat and slick pre-rendered movie sequences. Big money was spent on this. Developed by Origin, published by or EA. One player, yeah, pretty standard. Look at all this. It is pretty good. Lemmings, Destruction Derby, Statica, Colony Wars. Oh yeah, Destruction Derby, yeah, we did see that earlier. Spaceships are good. More pictures, more we say. The animatronic Kilrafi heads are dead impressive, and yet there's still no cure for ginger hair. Wow. Thanks for that. Oh hello, why? Do I need to go out a little bit further? There we go. Didn't realise that I'd cut off some of the page there. Is that better? No, that's better. In the making, Wing Commander 4. Prince of Persia 2, Shadow of the Beast. What? There's loads. Fucking hell. He knows his Psygnosis games. I don't think I've ever played a Wing Commander game. Looks funky. I do like Space Sims. I've played stuff like Freelancer, Tachyon, or Starlancer, Tachyon, and then like newer games like shit. What was that one? Oh, the one with all the fucking planets and the fucking solar system and fuck. Yeah, the Milky had the whole of the Milky Way in it. Elite Dangerous I played. What's that one? Only the notable ones. Actually, quite a long list of games. Yeah, I mean they had their own. I've got their own demo. Was there a Psygnosis demo here? Demo 1. Is this the Psygnosis one? No, it's when it releases. What? No. I swear I had a Psygnosis one, or did I not buy it in the end? Good. Big Racer. That's PlayStation 2. And so is that. Another demo. No, I thought I did buy a Psygnosis specific demo, but apparently I didn't. I was mistaken. Which is a shame. Anyway, that's fine. It's fine, don't worry. No, they had their own specific demo. They're obviously one of the big powerhouse devs. Obviously, a lot of the companies kind of did one-hit demos and added them to these, but they had their own plethora of games. Ecstatica is actually an interesting piece of gaming history. I don't know it, but so what is Ecstatica? What kind of game is it? Oh, my voice. It's like Alone in the Dark, open world. Ooh. This is why I love doing these, because if we all kind of get into that mode of talking about nostalgic games and stuff we like, and it pops into my head certain games like, I need to make a note of this. So Zed, Statica, Alone in the Dark. And I want to go back and play them, and that's what I kind of wanted from this, was that there's so many games we not take for granted, but we have in the mainstream. We're kind of like, yeah, we'll play that, and it's one of those weird brainwaves you have. You kind of like, oh, do you know, I haven't played in a while. And you kind of go, oh yeah, that game, or you just forgotten it ever existed, and you just kind of go, fuck, I'm playing that, I want that. So that's what I was hoping to do with this, was remind myself that these games existed, so that I can go back and play them again. Moving on to Chronicles of the Sword. This looks very Elder Scrolls-y, and very RPG. A refreshing change of pace. This arcade adventure is set in Arthurian Britain with knights, round tables, and magic aplenty. It was an experiment in challenging the polygon with the use of elliptical shapes. Ooh. So I found this lot. I found on eBay. It was about 150 quid. And it came with 82 demos. I bought some more since, and like 20 or 30 magazines in the box underneath it. I thought that's a fucking bargain. I love the magazines and the demos from back in the day when I was a kid. I don't have them anymore. My parents either threw them out, or they just, you know, just not around. Just not working or broken or whatever. So I was kind of like, yes, let's do that. And then I was like, let's do a stream thing of this, where we kind of do like a deep dive into the old like magazines, so that everyone can kind of get nostalgic and look at old stuff. I mean, I love nostalgia. That's one of my biggest things. And I'd like to have a collection of the demos as well. Everyone's playing games, or current games, or their own genre of games that they enjoy. I've never seen many people kind of go into demos. Very few and far between. I think Irish has done a few demos and stuff, but nothing quite like what this used to be like, where you kind of get a disc and you've got like 6 games on it. demo, you just play the demo of the game you're looking at. It's like, oh, I want to buy this game. Here's a demo. Exactly, yeah, exactly. My childhood was the same. It was a magazine. I used to go, like, if my dad was going shopping, my mum was going shopping, we'd walk down like the magazines aisle, and I'd be like, oh, can I get a magazine? You know, and you'd be like, yeah, okay. Oh, she'd be like, yeah, that's fine, or no, but maybe next week or something. And then I had that, and I'd just pour through it, just kind of like, yeah, this is so fucking great, and then play the demos like continuously. Fucking loved it. Exactly, it did. It really did. And it got me into certain genres that I never thought. I mean, it got me into Populous back in the day. Certain genres that I just never thought I'd get into, or even just games or titles that I just wouldn't. I just look face value. I'd be like, yeah, maybe not. But playing it, I'd be like, actually, that's really fucking fun. I want to own that game. Which is essentially what the demo thing was about. You know, that's how I got sales. But yeah, so this is Chronicles of the Sword, publisher Sony Interactive Entertainment. What's this? Let alone a demo disc, the actual retro CD considered rare these days. Might cost you a lot to get that. Yeah, magazine was a $5 and usually gave you 6 games to play. Yeah, exactly. It was dirt cheap back in the day, and you could even subscribe, like they'd mail them to you, but they just weren't really archived as much. So I found a website which I paid a subscription to, and they allowed me to download and view these under the premise that I shouldn't share them, which is fair enough. I can understand that, because it basically it's these guys' jobs to find these magazines and then scan them in for archive purposes. I'm only doing this because of, again, it fits my stream purpose. But yeah, downloaded some Nintendo magazines. There's loads of stuff that I'm going to go into. Once this is done, I'd like to keep going with my PlayStation 2, or like this PlayStation magazine specials. There's even like demos here from, it's quite funny. There's a McDonald's released their own set of demos. It's got Ape Escape, Ace Combat 3, Cool Borders 4 and FIFA Football 2002. There's a Pizza Hut one as well. I don't think I've got that. But yeah, I'd like to do specials. You've got my salute. Thank you. But yeah, going back to the magazine. So yeah, this is SIE, Sony Interactive Entertainment. Developer Synthetic Dimensions. I don't think I ever played this game. It looks cool. Dem Bones. Chronicles boast arcade-style combat scenes using pre-rendered imagery. Remember the McDonald's prizes were actually good? I know. There is one thing from McDonald's kind of things I got in America. And that was 2001. I was visiting my godmother in Nashville, and they were doing a Pokemon promo. And I know realistically it wasn't gold. Back then I believed it was, because I was very, very young. But you with like a Happy Meal, you got like this golden ball thing, and inside was this gold-plated thing with a like a Mew picture on it, or a Pikachu picture, or a Mewtwo picture on it. I think it was for the promo for the film. Fuck knows where that is now. I don't know if you can find them anymore. It was just like a gold-plated little thing, and it was in like a plastic case. I remember it weirdly vividly. I don't know why, but there was a promo for it. I might have to do some eBay trying to see if I can find it. To get Pokemon cards of your backies. Yeah, they used to be so good. Because it was like one of the better ways to promote their stuff. It was like, yeah, we'll stick these in a Happy Meal or something. And we're back to food. Yeah. Excuse me. Moving on, Alien Trilogy. So this, I remember this game, had a Doom feel to it, but obviously was more Alien based. I enjoyed this, and I'd like to go back to it at some point. Yeah, there were certain scenes in it that scared me as well as a kid, but I did enjoy this and Doom. It had very similar feels to it. But yeah, this Game over, man, but 16 years after the release of the film, this game has only just begun. Claim unveils something rather unpleasant. Yeah, this is poisonous green blood spurts out from the reeling xenomorph or alien as you score a direct hit with your pistol. But for best results, have a recce through some of the crates and power up to a shotgun. Did anyone mention Doom? Yeah, there you go, Doom. Sorry, my eyes are fixated on the heading, reproductive organs. For fuck's sake, what's this? Let's have a look. If you saw the original film, your first real shock was surely the sudden arrival of the creepy facehugger. Yeah, in Alien they were actually referred to as mobile reproductive systems. And when you first encounter them, you shout words to that effect. Yeah. Whether or not you're biting your lip in expectation of lifting this particular scene, the first facehugger assault will have you scared. Though they've continued their unnerving habit of creeping up behind you in their unnatural, spidery way. Facehuggers usually lie dormant until they're disturbed by shots or footsteps. Then once they start moving, they know no fear, coming straight for you. The only way to get them is to back away sharpish and unload your weapon, ideally a shotgun, while they're still on the floor. If you allow them to get too close, they'll limpet themselves onto your shivering, grimacing gob and suck your energy away. If you blast them while they're too close, fluorescent green acid blood splashes on you and you take a notch or two of your health. In this instance, accuracy to the films yield to the gameplay. Once the facehuggers have tangoed your face, you automatically shrug them off and have another pop at shooting them before they impregnate you. But there's worse to come. Yep, it's not long before you get your first glimpse of Geiger's ugliest gift to the world. Dispatching the first couple of loners isn't too tricky as they're homing in on you down long, roomy corridor. But no prizes for guessing that they get more numerous and more intelligent as you progress along the game's learning curve and towards the alien's nest. Oh man, this is a long one. Again, your basic film-related intellect should help you out, but the false confidence you draw from offering the first babies could be shattered when you open certain doors to find the weirdly headed aliens lurking behind them. They have a cowardly tendency to gather in threesomes, calling for some sharpshooting, whatever weapon you've got. Like in the films, it's not just aliens and facehuggers that you have to contend with. The evil Wayland Yutani Corporation's lackeys, mention of W icons glare at you from the walls like mutated McDonald's logos. Want to capture aliens as specimens for research, and in certain levels they'll do their damnedest to stop you from killing the intruders, and they're armed. Worst of all is the sickening knowledge of the lack of in the back of your addled brain that there must be an egg-laying queen alien to defeat, festering and snapping her jaws in the main nest near the end. It would take a lot of playing to get to face with her. What's this? Reddit. Where are you going on? I think I found what you're talking about. Give us a link. Need to see this. What have we got here? Fuck! That is them! Holy shit! Mate! Praise be to Reddit. Fuck it. Right, I'm keeping that. I'll be looking for those on eBay later to see if I can get one. Burger King, not McDonald's. Oh, okay, fair enough. Honest mistake, honest mistake. Fuck. Thank you. I wonder how much they are on eBay. No, it's fine. We got time. All girls are actually FBI agents. Praise be to Yemen. But yes, Alien Trilogy. Oh yeah, they're the face huggers. Probably a fair bob. Damn it, man. Let's go. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna check. Let's have a look. Oh, don't know why that's still okay. eBay. £30 plus postage, 23 carat gold plated trading card. This is a Polyworld. They're not as expensive as you think. There's a Mewtwo one here for £121 though. Oh shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry. Thank you very much for the raid, 16-bit. It's very kind of you for the raid. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow, Spanky Hansen. For some reason, my alerts aren't working. Shit. Sorry. So, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Mr. Matt, Mr. Spanky Hansen. Thank you for the shout out. What a time to come in. What are you doing? Welcome in, 16-bit. You can buy a set of 5 for £117. Oh, that is very tempting. I just want the one. I just want one to put in display because I remember it. And nostalgia is my thing. What I was doing... So, what we're doing right now is we're doing an OPM deep dive. Or UK PlayStation Magazine. We're on issue 3, episode 3. This is February 1996. We'll go through the magazine, look at all the old tech, all the old games, and in the end we'll do a demo preview, so we'll play the games on the demo. What I was doing just then, we were being nostalgic about certain things. Burger King did a promo back in the day, this was like 2001 era, where they did gold-plated Pokemon cards, and they came in a big Pokeball. Dixie then found them on Reddit. I had forgot their existence until just now and found them, and then I was looking on eBay to see how much they were to purchase because I want one, because I did have one back in the day and I'd like to have one to display to kind of go, I had that from 2001. I know it's not from that and it's not originally mine, but I have one now. So that's what I was currently doing, why I looked like I was looking down at my lap. 1999, it wasn't 2001. Oh, okay. But thank you very much for the raid, 16-bit. What were you playing? I think I saw you going live with Ultraman. He was looking at his dong. I wasn't. Women can't deal with football video games. Blah, blah, blah. Unlike these woke times where men don't get upset about games. Oh yeah, there's some strange ads in these. There's some good ads and some strange ads. Also, yeah, there is a hanging lady on screen, playing into the horrible stereotype of women not liking football and for some reason hanging herself because she doesn't like football. But this is 1996, product of its time. Don't support the themes in this at all. So we'll quickly go past that. Move on to Rise of the Robots 2. Again, it is an advert from 1996. Xbox had the baby being born and shot into a grave. I remember that ad. And that got taken down because of how rough that was. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to get an alert thing on this because I felt so bad about that. But yes, welcome in everyone. Rise of the Robots 2. We've got all the different robots here. This looks like a robot anime fighting game. Floof says it was shit. Fair enough. I think this was advertised last issue. But look at all these humanoid kind of robots, and then you just look like a human, I guess. Cool. This is part of the pre-play thing. This is developed in-house, published by Mirage, release date in March. Mecha Anima is not shit though, not to be confused. Fair enough. Rise of the Robots with music from Brian May from Queen. No, yeah, Mecha Anime is good. I thought you said anima. I was like, I wasn't sure what you meant by that. But yeah, we love Mecha Anime. We like anime. We're weebs. Pinball Roundup. This is just a pinball game. And I'm pretty sure I had this pinball game as part of an old PC I had. An old operating system. I think XP had this kind of built into it. And I spent hours just randomly playing pinball. It's pinball but with boobies! Oh yeah, of course, booba, right there. Indeed. Just a pinball game. Well, yeah, this is published by Ocean. Yeah. With the PlayStation's superb 3D graphics capabilities, can developers drag pinball games flipping and screaming into the 90s? Just like down your local tavern, they're queuing up to have a go. They were publishers for Worms as well, I believe. Team 17 were the devs. Ocean published, right? No pinball game will ever beat Windows Space Pinball X, indeed. Like the table in that where they hold the balls over her nipples. But yeah, no, this is an old pinball game. True Pinball there, and then you got Pro Pinball the web. I can hear the awful startup sound. Yeah, the clunk of the ball falling down. I remember that. So this is Namco Museum Volume 1, I believe. Yeah, there you go. SCE, sorry, Sony Computer Entertainment, Namco. Basically, the hell is this? Is a 3D Pac-Man-y game with the classic of Pac-Man. There. The fuck is this? They're old, they're basic, they look awful, but who can blame Namco producing a compilation of its golden oldie coin-op titles? So you got your old Gallagher, Bosconian, Pole Position, Rally X and New Rally X, and then Pac-Man, Toy Pop. Don't know what this is though. The cutesy rendered intro shows Pac-Man being chased by ghosts, Rally X cars, and Bosconian spaceships. He then spies the delectable Miss Pac-Man, and they trot off hand in hand to the Namco Museum Volume 1. Oh, so this is like an opening, and then it's gonna go, oh, this is all the Namco games. Oh. So these games were considered in the museum back in 1996. I still play Gallagher now. Gallagher's a quality game. I've never completed it. It's very difficult. Hey, Miss Man. I don't think Deccyf could beat Pac-Man in the fight. They sure can beat some high scores in Pac-Man games. Keep cheering. Oh wow. Don't do the TTS thing here. It doesn't work, unfortunately. So don't waste your points there. But yeah, this is Namco's museum's worth of games. The old kind of coin-op classics. I am weaker than Pac-Man. Moving on to Zero Divide. Very 3D polygon-esque fighter, by the looks of it. A sumptuous 3D beat 'em up and a blaster in one package. PSN makes pleasing discovery in 2 into 1 equals 0. Backdrops vary from good to bloody impressive, and the fighters are colourful. They are indeed. You've got Cygnus, Tau, Wild 3, Zero, Eos, Draco, Nereid, Io. These are the 8 fighters in Zero Divide, each of which has its own particular move. There's movies and special throws. Hang on, that's movies, right? Typo! They got a typo! This game was also shit. It doesn't look great, if I'm honest. PSN favourites are Draco with its flame-throwing and tail-bashing antics, and Tau because it looks nasty. On Wild 3, mainly because it has a really big gun that fires bullets the size of Labradors. Cool. Moving on. Subscribe to official £18. Save £18. Damn. And then post all of your issues. 12 issues for $41.88. Saving up £18 over 12 issues. £20 if you pay by direct debit. Europe 12 issues for $73.88. Rest of the world 12 issues for $97.88. That's, and then direct debit. That's a huge save. Fucking hell. And here is a huge double page for Zero Divide. There's lots of numbers, barcodes and robotic stuff. You definitely won't feel let down if you choose this over Tekken, which ought to be recommendation enough for anybody. No. Better looking and more hip sounds. Introduces some cool new ideas with some of the best presentation around. Fast, fluid and perfectly in sync. Intelligent with great rewards. 91%. Made in America. Starting the new year off with an optimistic note, PSN wanders into the star-spangled activities of the exploding US development scene. Truth, justice and the perfect game? Crystal Dynamics. So what we got here then? In Palo Alto, California, one of the American developers making timely move from 3DO to PlayStation. Crystal Dynamics has a couple of tricks up its sleeve. These titles are released in the UK under auspices of PMG Interactive. We've got Gex, which is a great game. Gex 3D was one of my favourite games. Gex versus Ultraman, what's this? Missing interactions. Do you think they could beat Gex in a fight? Don't think they could beat it, but they're definitely skilled at playing Gex games. It's the same response as earlier. Could beat the Crybabies in a fight. I think Deccyf games would definitely give Crybabies a run for their money. Good. Wow. How about Ultraman versus Deccyf? Would be an epic showdown, but some serious gaming skills, so money's on them. Wow. £18 in savings. £1,800 in today's money. Mental. It's not. Very funny. So Gex and Pat can beat Decky. The Crybabies is a toss-up, and Ultraman and Decky would take it. Wow. Gex versus Ultraman. That's a tough call. Both have the unique strengths, but Ultraman's superhuman abilities might give him the edge in a battle. Exciting matchup. I miss Gex, hoping the remasters of the original better voices, and not just yank voices. I think the original is super expensive now. Gex 3D, I know Cake wanted to play at some point, so we've got a copy of that in our back pocket, or going to get at some point, I think. But she wants to play it at some point, so whether or not when that's when I got the PlayStation back from Grom. No rush, by the way, Grom. Honestly. Or where we just buy a normal copy, because they're quite cheap anyway. Like for Gex 3D anyway, it's like just 10 quid from TEX. Leslie Phillips has been absolutely filthy with his voice. I think Cat from Red Dwarf has been a beast of a lizard. That would be interesting voice acting, yeah. moving on, what's this? We've got chase criminals across bumpy worlds, collecting cash and power up weapons. Off-world Interceptor Extreme. Strange game. Veritable giant of software industry, Interplay Productions. It's an impressive lineup of PlayStation titles, bubbling happily away on the back burners. You've got Descent, like a weird horror-esque space sim. Siberia, which I know Grom swears by, he likes that game. Welcome in, Flame. Hope you are well, sir. I'm all good. Thank you very much. How are you on this Wednesday or wheel day? But yes, Siberia, I think is that the game that Grom likes? I think it is. I think it is. This is quite quick anyway. For like £100, there's nothing quite like a shower and a good bath. It's like a new human being. So I kind of like stripped off all of that. Aftermath. Virtual Port Extra. What's this? I was already mentioned issue 1 of PSM. Interplay is also working on a baseball game with a virtual reality feel to VR. Oh. Okay. Using something called virtual field vision. Meanwhile, Waterworld has been put back indefinitely. We wonder why. As an exciting new addition to the heaving lineup is Shiny Entertainment's much relished platform title, Earthworm Jim, which caused a storm on the 16-bit systems. It did. We hated it. Nah, it's alright. Fuck that for Ark. Yeah. Penciled in for a late 96. What else we got here? Got Gladiators, NHL Face Off, and this game day for Sony Computer Entertainment. There's a lot of small writing there. Take-Two Interactive, let's move on to that one. They're known to do some odd jobs from fellow American house Game Tech, and the oddest and most notable of which being the development of the PC's controversial interactive adventure Hell, which stars Dennis Hopper, no less. Now the team has moved on to the world of PlayStation. Watercress is an ideal source of iron and minerals. What? I don't understand that. They got Ripper and Iron Blood. Oh right, yes, it's to do with that. Fair enough. Can you feel the power of the gladiators? Doot 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 doot. Can you take the whole shaft of the gladiator? Also, just to say, happy belated birthday, Mr. Matt, for yesterday. Hope you had a wonderful day. Take-Two is still in business. In a more surprising twist. Yeah. They're still in business after all of that. 49 years young. I don't believe that for a second, Mr. Matt. You're not 49. It's rubbish. I'd say early 30s like myself. There's no way 49. It's either a really good compliment or I've just misjudged your age entirely. If you are genuinely 49, fair enough. You look well young. If you're genuinely 49, you look seriously young for your age. Impressive. Spectrum Holobyte, better known as Microprose here in the UK. Spectrum Holobyte is a major development force to be reckoned with on all platforms. We did a Top Gun offer on motorbike. What? I don't know what that's about. Transport Tycoon. Just released hopefully in May. Chris Sawyer's acclaimed Transport Tycoon. This God-styled game currently wowing PC audiences is every bit as addictive, as complex as Max's famed SimCity. All the collagens he had must have been eating his bone marrows and buttocks. Wow. Activision. We love Activision. Recently bought by Microsoft, I believe. So yeah, be prepared to see a lot of Activision on Xbox if you like Xbox. Not a fan personally. I mean, they did the Crash remakes, the Insane Trilogy and stuff. But after 50 billion Call of Duties. I'm kind of bored of them. They probably have other titles as well, but I just associate Call of Duty with them, and I then just don't like their content anymore. This is pre-Call of Duty Activision. Ah, fair. Yeah, I imagine it was. So I remember playing the first Call of Duty as well, and that was on PC. That's true. Zork Nemesis, set graphics to stun in this good-looking FMV adventure. Ooh. And then you got Hyperblade, which kind of looks very, very funky. The EA games during this period were actually quite good. A lot of these companies were, to be fair. It's just, yeah, they then went on to be poor performers, and then they very much just sold out to their microtransactions and reskinning the same game over and over again. And just, yeah, there wasn't really many innovative ideas or IPs that they were producing. But that's just my opinion. I mean, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and if they like Activision or EA, that's up to them. I don't disrespect them for that. But then EA with NFL games, Strike Series, Psychic Detective, Madden NFL 96. Yeah, cool. Acclaim. One of the biggest outfits in the States. Acclaim is renowned for beating off all rivals. I am a fucking child for laughing at that. Why am I laughing at beating off? Wow. We're mature here. Right. All rivals securing every license under the sun. Now does this company have big checkbook or what? Frank Thomas, Big Hurt Baseball. Look at that. NFL Quarterback Club 96. Batman Forever. NBA Extreme. Revolution X. There. What we got here? Firestorm Thunderhawk 2. Locate, intercept and destroy. Core games. That's pretty cool, I like that. Competition. If you want to win yourself a Laserdisc player, go back in time. Plus 5 movies, including the blockbuster First Night, totaling over £1,000, beating off all their rivals. Except when they went bust. Yeah. What's this First Night? Wow. It's got Sean Connery in it. Who else is in that? This is... I don't even remember this film. Can we even get that close to it? Who is that? Wait, Sean Connery, Richard Gere. Gert? I don't even know that actor. Julia Osmond. Never heard of it. Hell yeah, what a win there. You enter in? Yeah. Exceptionally bust, in fact. Ah, Fist Night, wow. But yes, that is the Laserdisc player on offer. And these are the 2 issues we've gone over before. We did that and then that. Last 2 episodes. And here's another advert for... What was this game called again? I can't even remember. Coin up game, but yeah, it was at the very front, the magazine. But it was a shmup. That was it shmup? Shmup? Yeah, I think so. Either way, it was an EA game that I wasn't really interested in. Right, onto the pre-play. Brain Dead 3. With the onslaught of CD full motion video, titles like Space Ace and Dragon's Lair have enjoyed a second coming. Now, Canadian coders ReadySoft reckon they can take cartoon action adventure one step further. So this is like a point and click, a lot of fun, and point and click. Hero of the piece, Lance, finds himself in the decidedly unhomely castle of Dr. Neurosis. The Doc's half-man, half-pet, half-wit, psychic, Fritz, is one with a tremendous underbite. The fuck? Whoa, shit. Here we go. Full Spectrum Warriors, please. This is basically initially a PlayStation 2 game, thanks to PC portals on Steam for pennies. You can get it with the sequel 10 Hammers, and dare I say, it's a good game. Oh, wow. But also quite challenging. Take your time playing it and learn the controls. It's quite tricky. Real-time tactics, milsim game. You feel like it's Conflict Desert Storm, but plays completely different. Okay, cool. Hey Deccyf, I highly recommend trying out Full Spectrum Warriors. Okay, so just the bot's acting a bit strange there, but excellent. Okay, I will add that to my backlogs. We've got Populous. What else have we got? It was going to be SMB 3, but it's now Shining Force. We've got Paradigm by Dixie, Shining Force by Grom. So Floof, Populous, Grom, Shining Force, Dixie's Paradigm, and now Full Spectrum Warriors by Flame. I'll add them to the Discord after we're done here, and then we'll try and fit them in. Yeah, no, the bot's rigged up to when someone does that, it's going to generate an AI response to the game, and then originally it was going to put up a GIF of the game or like a picture of the game, but it just now just does an AI message. Unless that is the picture. Nope, didn't work. Oh well. I'll have a look on Steam. I think that is my backlog of games at the moment. I need to get Paradigm as well, so I'll be buying those on payday, along with a bunch of other stuff. So yes, I can't promise you when I'll be getting to those to finish, because again, now I've got 4 games in the backlog. I've got this and Wheel Games to contend with. And then interweaving in stuff like Big Fannies and other stuff like that. It's going to be difficult to kind of fit them all in. So if it's a while before I play it, Flame, don't take offence. It's just that I just don't have all the time in the world. So we'll figure it out though. I'll add it to the list. Thank you for the nomination. Sizable clitoris, yes, big fannies. And just for people watching the YouTube video, if this ever if people start to like these videos on YouTube, it is a tournament. I am not just saying big fannies as a thing. It is a tournament where a bunch of friends race a game. If you check the rest of my channel, there is a specific Tournament of Champions, which is the internet friendly version of big fannies. But those are the games we race. Yeah. Check your stream deck. What? What? Flame, I really do appreciate you being very, very, very generous. Stop spending your money on me. You've already gifted 10. Oh, sorry, I know it's your money. You do what you want with it, but honestly, I know you're feeling a little bit flush. Save your money, bruh. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. But save your money. It's cheap. Okay, thank you, honestly. There's no ungratefulness there at all. But you've already threw 40 quid at me yesterday. And given me a game as well. Like, you don't need to be this generous. You still remember that, like, of the community, we're still friends. They don't need to throw this money at me. Save your money. But thank you. Anyway, moving back to the game. I will check the Steam afterwards. The Steam. Right. So this looks like a cool point and click cartoony-esque game. Very Blazing Dragons-esque. Another great game. Think of all the brownies, exactly, all the brownies, all the games you can buy, all the fun stuff. Models, bigger PCs, I don't know, whatever, you know, you have the money now. You're one of the adults. Well, you are an adult, but you know, you have money. Scottish Open, more golf games. Unfortunately, I'm not massively into golf, as I've stated numerous times. But each their own. Same sport, different skin. Basket case, NBA in the zone. I refer to my previous comment about golf thing and just reskin it with basketball or NBA. You don't need to buy me anything for my birthday, first of all. And again, not ungrateful, but honestly, save your money. You don't need to waste your money on me. Golf clubs, I would never be able to use them. I would just be like outside the garden go. All the stuff I tend to end up with when it is like £30 to £90 is a bit meh. As the equipment, it'd be great to get some, but works a bit shit for min wage, especially as I'm running low on dates, etc. Save your monies, and then you could buy like a big hefty tower. But yes, NBA. If you like sports, you'll love these. EA Sports. It's in the game. Towa. What? I'm really confused by that. Have I missed something? Or I said something weirdly. Oh yeah, tower. Oh dear. I have a tower and it's pretty good. It doesn't, when it doesn't burn out your SSD. Yes, get yourself a new SSD. Cyberspeed. Here we go. It's another. What's this? Another game. Mindscape. For dedicated speed freaks, a racer worthy of recognition. Superb. 88% PlayStation Plus. A race. Frantic Racing Bonanza Game Pro to die. PlayStation RR retail recommended retail price of £39.99. PC CD-ROM Windows 95 $44.99. Oh yeah, this is the Wipeout ripoff. I remember this. Feedback. This is a bunch of letters from people. To the company and their responses. Get loaded, double the fun, discussion, Ridge versus White, homeless. Do we want to read one? Do we want to read one? I don't know why it's more expensive on PC. I'm guessing because better game. Was that Pierce Brosnan? Yeah, that is Pierce Brosnan. Do we want to read a letter? We can skip over the letter. We'll skip over the letter, it's fine. SFX, oh, so this is loads of different peripherals and... Oh no, not loads, it's just one page. You get a free book from the SFX magazine. This is like a D&D magazine, which is pretty cool. On sale now, Arcane, role-playing magazine. That'd be pretty cool. I want all the old stuff, all the nostalgia, please. I generally do. I really, really do. And then just loads of random advertisements, really. Okay, so this is where we get to the play testing. So this is where they actually rate the games as well. So we get to see your ratings. So this is NBA 96, which is the main game advertised on the cover. Publisher, Skier, developer, in-house, so Sony. Despite the overall quality of the PlayStation titles to date, some games stand taller than the pack. Tekken was one, Ridge Racer another. Finally, the sports simulation has come of age. it looks good for what it is, and they've got lots of different stats, and I mean, it's during the era of obviously the Bulls, and I think I don't know when their first three-peat was. I mean, I got into NBA only after the Netflix Chicago Bulls kind of documentary. I imagine you're going to have a bookshelf if you go to that bookshelf and it's just game magazines from the 90s. I'll 100% claim I will one day. I admittedly never saw the appeal of sports games. Surely the appeal of sports would be playing the sports themselves. Yeah, I guess in some sense. I mean, I like football. I used to like football a lot more than I do now. That's not to say I don't enjoy it. I don't follow it as much as I used to. I played Football Manager games. I played FIFA games. I played Pro Evolution games. I played some old football games, Actra Soccer and stuff like that, and I enjoyed them. They're very short-lived. They're kind of like you pump, like you feel like playing them for a day, and you kind of go, yes, all the time, playing all the sports, and then you put it down, and then you don't go back to it for a month. That's how my experience with those games was. But yeah, I feel like for the people who don't have the chance to play the sports as much, or to play as their favourite team, I can see the appeal. But they're very short-lived experiences for me. Just kind of like very acute kind of one-hit wonders. I only really watch rugby, to be fair, so I'm not the sportiest guy in the world to begin with. That's fair. Only sport games I was into was Fight Night and PGA Tour. Fight Night was fun, to an extent. I enjoyed the Fight Night on the Xbox. But again, I didn't buy any others after that. Couldn't stand FIFA or NBA, though my dad was interested in AFL. Would not be surprised if he wanted to play AFL. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy the sport and watching it regularly, you're going to enjoy these games. It's pretty standard. It's a demographic these developers are tapping into. So I don't blame them for doing it, and not, you know, people enjoy those games, they do. Some games I enjoy, some of them I don't. NBA is not one of them. I enjoyed the Chicago Bulls documentary on Netflix, and that it got me into NBA for a month, and then I stopped kind of researching and looking into it, and then I was kind of like, oh, I know bits of the Chicago's Bulls when Michael Jordan was playing for them. That's it. Anyway, so yes, it's a basketball game from '96. It's got all the old classic teams in America. So what do PlayStation Magazine think of it? Graphics, smart, fantastic, even, 9. Sound, eek, a mouse? No, a trainer, 9. Lifespan, check your palms, long, 9. Gameplay, everything works just right, 9. Presentation, slicker than slick oil, 9. Originality, sort of, quite. It's not. It's a sports game. Sports hasn't changed. Some of the rules might have done or evolved over time, but the game is still exactly the same. So yeah, 6. 9 out of 10. Fair enough. Hi-Octane. Where's Hi-Octane? Yes, so this is one of the playable games we'll be playing later. Once we get to the demo, this is a playable game, Hi-Octane. So this looks very similar to, I keep saying this, it looks very similar to a Wipeout ripoff, but it's done by Bullfrog, which made games such as Populous and Frogger and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, this got a 9 out of 10 for the NBA. Crazy Ivan. This is in pre-play last episode. Again, develop it in-house. Publisher, Skier, $44.99. 3D shoot 'em up. It's, yeah, first-person 3D shoot 'em up. It's got a very complex and lots of stuff going on the HUD. But your mechs shooting other mechs. Imagine you were 40 foot tall, made of metal. Yeah, mech. And your job, right, was going around the world smacking people's heads in. Imagine that. Smart. Oh.
You're entering the vicinity of an area adjacent to a location. The kind of place where there might be a monster.
I need to make that bigger for later.
These are just examples. It could also be something much better. Prepare to enter the scary door.
It's for later when we're doing the horror stream. But yes, I'll make that video much bigger. And you get your points back for that, Zen, as well as Floof will. Anyway, so moving on. So this is Crazy Ivan. It's a mech 3D shoot 'em up. I don't think I'd play this out of choice. It looks funky. I like mech stuff. I like Mech Commander, stuff like that, like top down, controlling mechs going around the map. That's my type of game. But first person mechs, not so much. I'd like to see the mechs a lot more than rather shooting them to pieces. But what do they think? Graphics, lovingly detailed 3D 9, sound atmospheric effective 7, lifespan rather easy for some 6, gameplay backslappingly enjoyable 7, presentation simply stunning 9, originality a flashy shooter 6, for a overall total of 7 out of 10. Interesting. Now on to another fighter, Criticom. Join us as we battle against mercenaries, murderers and mechanoids in a struggle to find the ancient all-powerful relic. Of course, it could just be another 3D beat 'em up. Also, I forgot to mention this. Here's a special move for PlayStation's Mortal Kombat 3. Down, down, flush. Don't underestimate it. So this is... Are they mocking the Saturn's version of it? I guess. We'll be playing it later on demo. That was in last issue as well, that ad. I don't know why. I'm assuming it's a nod to the Saturn piece, the PlayStation rivalries. Oh, satirical organisation to advertise. Fair, fair, fair. Generally excited. I am as well. As Cake's starting the stream, so it's going to be amazing. That's an awful hour. What's it actually advertising? That Mortal Kombat 3 is shit? It's the PlayStation version. See, yeah. Flushality. Welcome in, Cup. Hope you are well. It used satire to diss its own products and hugely successful. Oh, fair enough. One sec. Might have the doorbell going. I think that might be Grom. Be right back. Back, one sec. It's fine. Grom was just dropping off a key, and I've given him your jar, Dixie. Get your broom. Yeah. Welcome in, Cup. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday, mate. Grom and Dixie were over last night. We did pumpkin carving. Some really cool pumpkins. Dixie did Sauron's eye, because she's an artistic genius. Cake did Oogie Boogie from A Nightmare Before Christmas because she's a creative genius. Grom did the classic Jack-o'-lantern because he's a creative genius. And I carved 52 into my pumpkin because I'm not a creative genius. So yeah, it was awesome. We had a good time. Watched some really... Okay, we're just going to go off topic here. We watched a really arty fucking horror film afterwards. Skinamarink. It's kind of relevant to the stream because it's set in the 90s. I carved a forbidden number into a pumpkin. Yeah, totally. I'll put the picture in the Discord later. And yeah, I watched the break. We sat there for the first 20 minutes of Skinamarink going, is this it? It's just lots of like weird camera angles filmed with an old style camcorder. So it's got very grainy footage. And it's set in the 90s, so they got CRT TVs and old kind of tech dotted about the house. Yeah, it's it was an interesting film. I enjoyed it. It had a few jump scares in it and stuff, but it was a bit of a slow starter because none of us had a fucking clue what it was about. And then watching the explanation video afterwards was like, fuck. Whoever comes trick-or-treating by your own is going to get tricks, no treats, that's it. Just show them the 52. But yeah, I do recommend it. It's a very tense film, like Skinamarink. All I'd say is be patient with it because it's very slow starting. And you'll be like, I don't know what's happening. What's the story here? Yeah, two theories. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, just in case anyone wants to delve into Skinamarink. I would recommend it just because it's really artsy fartsy in that sense, and it's set in the 90s, so there was a lot of nostalgia. Please sir, what's the significance of 52? You don't want to know, Sonny Jim. Let me type out the name of it just so you guys, if you guys do want to, because it's a funky-ish name. The director of Skinamarink was a YouTuber. Yeah, he had a what's it, a $15,000 budget, and he made 1.5 million off that, which is fucking insane. But yeah, a lot of it just didn't make fucking sense. But it was so fucking tense. Like, it got to a point where Kate, bless her heart, she jumped when they turned the lights on in one scene because the atmosphere of the film was just kind of like, we're expecting a jump scare at some point. I can't take it any longer. Someone turn the light on, and then just kind of like heart explodes. Ugh. Yeah, give it a watch. Anyway, back to the thingy. So, Criticom, another fighter. Doesn't look great. So some of the characters, you've got Sonok, Nezom, Yenji, Gorm, Demonica, Sergeant, Exene, Dulgit, Dalate, I don't know, Delaria, Zerai, Dayton, Trent, and Sid. Very 3D-esque fighter. I don't think he's going to compete with the likes of Tekken on the PlayStation, so we'll see. Comparison's been drawn to Blair Witch Project upsets me. It has a Blair Witch feel to it because you just don't see very many faces, and it's not kind of found footagey like Blair Witch was. it's just lots of different angles pointed at random features in the house, and then all you can hear is stuff going on in the background, chattering amongst the kids in the film. Some with subtitles, some without. That really frustrated me. It's kind of like they just picked and chose what scenes to add subtitles for. Why? If you're going to do subtitles, either do all or none. 1996 was the last year for fighting games that would go on to survive, unless you're a Guilty Gear degenerate. I mean, there's loads coming out. The magazines are just pumped full of fighting games. But let's see what Sony rated Criticom. Sorry, it was done by Kronos, developed by Kronos, and published by Virgin. Beat 'em up before it became known as fighting games. Anyway, yeah, so verdict: graphics, solid, sharp and sexy, 8. Sound, acoustically average, 5. Lifespan, good tournament option, 8. Gameplay, not quite a Tekken beta, 7. Presentation, extensive options, 8. Originality, another 3D boot 'em up, with a 7 out of 10. 1991 to 1996. Ooh. Is that all the Neo Geo fighters and stuff, like King of Fighters and stuff like that cup? Actra Soccer. See, I owned this, and I had loads of fun with this as a football game. God, I love the Dynasty Tekken already had. Yeah. 901 was Street Fighter 2's release. Oh, okay. '96 and games have already been talked about as Tekken B. I mean, Tekken did fucking great. I mean, I love Tekken 1. And yeah, I mean, as a comparison game for fighters following it, just shows how good Tekken was. Fighting game pretty much there in arcade even till this day. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's an arcade near where I live. I've been to a few times. Went with Grum and Dixie last year, a year before. We played Tekken Tag Tournament on an arcade machine. That was fun. But yeah, this is Actra Soccer. Developed in-house, published by Gremlin. It's out now, obviously the UK. It's a football sim, $50, 50 quid. Between Virtua Fighter and Tekken, they were the 3D fighters of the world. I don't know enough about fighters, but I do love them. I like to play more of them. With my launch box now that I've got loads of SNK stuff and arcade stuff. I'll have to show you at some point on here. There is. How much does it? Can I? This is how many games I've got on launch box, which is ridiculous. Soul Edge, yeah, the beginning of Soul Calibur. Dynasty Warrior wasn't a fighting game. Unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, on my launch box I've got 63,658 games, and I've got all the Ataris, all the Nintendo stuff, the Sega stuff, SNK stuff, PlayStation stuff. Hang on. It's missing stuff. Oh no, it's only PlayStation, there you go. And then you got Amiga, Amstrad, Commodore, Sinclair, and then arcade. Yeah, loads of fucking games on that. Love it. Thank fuck MK abandoned trying to be a 3D fighter, yeah. Right, let's go back. Right, Actra Soccer. So, football game, new skin. PlayStation Magazine's verdict. Excellent, 9 for graphics. Sound, top commentary, 9. It was good commentary, I did enjoy that. Lifespan, challenging, 9, yep. Gameplay, better than most, 8, yep. Presentation, fine and dandy, 8. Originality, it's football. As we said, it's football with a different skin. 9 out of 10, I'm happy with that. DOA spawned to make Virtua Fighter easy and full of boobs. Soul Edge Caliber started spawning properly for weapons-based combat in 3D and so on. Arc system would slip in during 1998 for the final wave of fighters that would survive. Every series we still have today began before 1999. Ooh. This is what I like about these streams. All you guys have so many different varying like bits of knowledge with regards to genres and stuff like that. And it helps me retain that knowledge and get smarter. This is what I do for this. I just want to absorb all your knowledge and become the ultimate... No, I'm joking. It's fun to discuss these things. I really do enjoy it. Van Damme, Guile, SF something. I forgot the actual names because it's... Guile from Street Fighter. I'm such a big nerd back in the day, you could rely on me 100%. We still need a community wiki. One day, one day. I grew up with Tekken 2 and 3 and DOA 2. I never played 2D or 2.5D fighter at the time. Missed things like Street Fighter, early MK, SNK fighting games, etc. You can always go back. That's the beauty of this stuff. But yes, okay, moving back to the thing. This is actual soccer. And get a 9 out of 10 for that. Now this is a game I do want to play. D. Ring at the door, puzzle number 1. What's this? Laura comes across a door with a number 78 emblazoned on it. Elsewhere on the same floor is a skeleton with one arm through the wall. On the other side there is a small combination safe box. Crack the code, enter the door number, and the box opens. Laura grabs the ring, which the key is in the door. Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. That's just kind of typical anyway. I mean, it's always going to be harder to go back to games, but then it's, especially if you're older, going back to a game that you grew up with. Obviously, as kids, we had a little bit more of a absorbent brain for information, whereas nowadays it's kind of like, oh, this all plays so differently to what I'm used to, so it's relearning all of that, isn't it? But you do eventually pick it up. So this is D. Acclaimed adventure game that only goes to prove they don't make movies like they used to. Graphics are something to be desired for, but I'd still play it. 4 out of 10. Oh, never mind. No, I'd still want to play it though. So developer Warp, Acclaim published it. It's out now. Origin Japan. You often wait ages for the next button press. It takes what feels like hours for Laura to glide serenely across a room or gingerly climb a staircase. PlayStation's verdict. Oh no, it's another puzzle, sorry. Barrel of Laughs, puzzle number 2. A door with... Did they spell with a 1 in it? They did. What? Recommend trying the real bout Fatal Furious' versus K Flame. It's a huge unique mechanic called lane switching. Ooh. While I'm going through all the Tomb Raiders, amazing agronomy time thing that helps me through. It's not always a bad thing going back. Oh, yeah, exactly. Bloody War was great until you got into competitive fighting. I love Bloody War. Changing into a fucking animal like beasts halfway through was fucking great. Never got a chance to play any SNK games, that's probably just me. Did try Bloody War though, that was actually quite interesting. Same with Heavy Metal Geomatrix, that was a weird ass fighting game. I'm good with Kim and Geese Howard. Long the Tiger was my main. Cool. I mean, I had it on the PlayStation. The door with, spelt with the number 1, not the letter I. Number on it, puzzle number 1, can't be reached because of the wall spikes, it shoots out. Oh no, that's fine, we're just gonna zoom out. Which shoots out, which turns the spike, to turn the spikes is this large barrel, and the handle for the barrel is in a chest of drawers. However, the handle only appears if you open the drawers in the correct order. PlayStation's verdict. Graphics, tremendous imagery, 8. Sound, wonderfully over the top, 8. Lifespan, moth-like, unfortunately, 2. Gameplay, stroll, puzzle, explore, 5. Presentation, an intro, and that's it, 3. Originality, few console titles like it, 8. For a grand total of 4. That 2 has sunk its value massively there. The Mugen game. Dong Dong Never Die. Wow, that sounds hilarious. Do like Mugen though. So yeah, that got a 4 out of 10 for D. Oh, loading. Thunderhawk 2. Here we go. This is a flight simulator by published by Core Design, developed in-house. Release date out now, £45. 3D combat simulation. You can fly in places like Colombia, Bosnia, the Philippines, and Costa Rica, and blow shit up. Fun. Oh no, also Jordan, Kuwait, Panama Canal, and Peru. It's a bit on the nose, but fair enough. PlayStation's verdict. Graphics, believable, 8. Sound, boom, shake the room, 7. Lifespan, tricky little bugger, 8. Gameplay, fast and frantic, 8. Presentation, nice intro sequence, 7. Originality, Jungle Strike in 3D, 5. For an 8 out of 10. You should look up Accolades Balls if you're truly, if you want a truly awful fire. I'll add it to the list. I'm gonna have to watch this VOD and just make a note of all the games that I want to try out, good and bad. Look it up on YouTube later. Nice. It wasn't this also the era during the Gulf War as well? That's rather close to the bone versus. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It was a bit on the nose. Classically picking war zones and stuff, but no, this is it's a war game. They tend to do that, don't they? Anyway, moving on. Massive Nintendo stuff here. Here's the Ultra. Does it say Ultra on the front there? It does. This is the prototype for the N64, or what we know as the N64 now. And it had a big Ultra on the front. That was Nintendo's baby. It looks almost, yeah, practically finished prototype there. Yes, Mario 64, one of their first 3D games on the console. That's mad. Wonder if I could replace the sticker on the front of mine with an Ultra just for the shits and gigs. Oh, voice, man. Oh. Nintendo Super Console. We played the games. We tell you what they're like. But first to see Super Mario 64. Ultimate Future Games. Fair. Now we're moving on to Road Rash. Classic game. You're on a motorbike. It's aggressive. You punch other guys. But it's still essentially a racing game, as far as I'm aware. If this were played at top penny farthings in the previous century, the chap would be swing watch chains at each other, and you'd have to be on the lookout for oncoming horse and carts. Anyway, here's Road Rash. I'd play that. It looks good. For a PlayStation, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's an EA game. Here's PlayStation's verdict. Graphics, good but not great. Yeah, 7. Sound, it's grunge, they say. 7. Lifespan, limited life cycle. Hoot, 5. Gameplay, fun in burst. 6. I can imagine that. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm gonna kind of let off some steam, play a bit of this, and then put it down for like a week. They are very sassy. Yeah. Presentation, polished, considered 8. Originality, an old idea refreshed, 5. We've got a slightly above average 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's a rider's been knocked off their bike. This is Mickey's Wild Adventure, a classic platformer for the PlayStation. It looks good. I'd play this, I think. I would play this. Mickey's Wild Adventure, the first Disney outing on PlayStation, a direct port for... Oh, okay, so this is a port onto the PlayStation, right, okay. Of the 16-bit SNES platform, and PSN wonders whether they're just taking the Mickey. I'd like to play this, even if it's a SNES port or the PlayStation port. Probably the SNES port. It probably plays better on the SNES than the PlayStation. Traveller's Tales developed it. Skier published it. £45 for a port. If you own the SNES version of it, don't buy it. But yeah, lots of cool scenes. You can see that, yeah, it's of the 16-bit era, and it is pretty much a straight, yeah, direct port of the game onto the new console. I know. The graphics are superlative and it's a jolly tone. Makes a refreshing change from the broody, pseudo, sci-fi cobblers we're bombarded with. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, they're good on the SNES. I just what's the point in just having lots of companies do it, so it's fine. It's fine. DuckTales is your favourite. DuckTales is a great game. But anyway, PlayStation Magazine's verdict. Graphics, sharp as a knife, 8. Sound, usual jolly score, 5. Lifespan, well worth finishing, 6. Gameplay, platform action plus, 7. Presentation, Disney stylish, 8. Originality, practically none, 2. Is a direct port for a 7 out of 10. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, for a lot of these early... hang on a minute. I need to... There we go. These early releases, early magazines and stuff, they were pretty brutal with their reviews. Kind of, it's quite refreshing compared to today's ones, which are kind of like bought by developers. It's kind of like, well, IGN, would you like to review our game? Here's 20 grand. Yes, your game gets a 9 out of 10. You know, it seems a bit... Whereas these, they're kind of, they seem a little bit more real, you know? Then you look at Call of Duty, which is literally the best-selling brand in Same. Yeah. Everyone loves Call of Duty. Oh, bored of it. 15 skins ago. Anyway, playtesting. More playtesting, rather. Defcon 5, absolute pieces obliterated by real-time pressure, Doom-like corridor, spaceship blasting, computers and lack of information. Cheers. It looks, yeah, it looks like a Doom clone with added flair with robots and such. Developed by Millennium, published by SIE. It looks okay. I wouldn't buy it personally. Defcon 5 is a great test not only of your lateral thinking but gameplay and skill, but also your patience. Maybe because I don't have the patience, who knows. Anyway, PlayStation Magazine's official verdict. Graphics or functional varied, 7. Sound, eerie music, 8. Lifespan, lengthy if you stick with it, 8. Gameplay, strategy and shooting, 8. Presentation, amazing intro, 8. I imagine it's got like a pre-rendered FMV. Originality, sci-fi, hodgepodge, 6. Yeah, a lot of the games these days are spending all their fucking budget on animated, pre-rendered FMVs. But yes, it's got a nice meaty out of 10 for some reason. Fair enough. Yeah, not sure I would play it, if I'm honest. What's this? Shockwave Assault, a futuristic interactive movie. Must have gone down well on the 3DO, but PlayStation, the must have remains uncut. Yeah, very much like other 3DO games. Lots of FMVs, lots of animated intros, lots of kind of acting and film, and it just, yeah, it's an interactive film in a sense, with little gameplay added. Yeah, I mean, you can see here there's actors and pre-rendered FMVs and such, so very similar to the 3DO's MO for games. Oh, so not... Yeah, no, that's also very true. I mean, lots of big animated intros with lots of actors as well nowadays. But they have a lot more money than they did back then. So a lot of the budgets were wasted on these animated intros. And then you kind of got, you know, a few hours of gameplay afterwards. It's like, oh man, that was so cool. What did you do? I watched a bunch of shit and then shot some things. 5 out of 10, savage. Boom, there you go. Developer, electronic, yeah, EA. It's an EA thing. Comes out in December, 96. 44.95. Just saving it 5p. That extra 5p because it got 5 out of 10. It's a 3D shooter. It looks shit, if I'm honest. But let's have a look. Graphics, a bit 3DO-ish. Yep, 7. Sound, utterly fine. 8. Okay. Lifespan, rock hard. 6, 9. Fuck's sake. Gameplay, far too simple. 5. Presentation, like a movie. 8. Why are you giving it for like a movie? I don't think you should be rating it higher for that, if I'm honest. It's a game, not a film. But this is a product of its time, and lots of games are doing it, I guess. So, all right. Originated very little for. Got a 5 out of 10. Absolutely fucking savage average. Feels like they're a bit miffed it hit the 3DO first. Probably, yeah. Oh, you went to a different console before us? Fuck you. An interactive movie being like a movie is a compliment. Oh, okay. Movies mattered a lot during the 90s, apparently. If your game had good scripts and actors, it was amazing. But then you saw Resident Evil, right? You saw Resident Evil, right? It's hilarious and cheesy as fuck now, but that's fucking terrible acting. It's the worst kind of acting. Now, moving on to Octane. What I keep saying is a Wipeout ripoff. I'm probably going to eat my own words when I do play it. It looks like a Wipeout ripoff. It's got the same style of font, the same kind of type of blocky ships, and I imagine the same kind of speed. Coughs in Command, yeah, Command & Conquer as well. I mean, later ones, especially when you have Tim Curry. I mean, like, just having Tim Curry is just enough to kind of go, that's fucking amazing. It's cheesy, and then obviously there's that line where he almost chokes his line and laughs. George Decay as well. I remember George Decay being in it, the later ones. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it was a bigger thing back then. It was this kind of case of they wanted to seem as real as fucking possible. And films were real, they had real actors. That makes sense. Logically speaking, you wanted to seem as real as fucking possible. We've gone back from, we started off with like 8-bit graphics to 3D graphics now. And everyone's like, need this to look human. Hey, Michael on the side killed it for Command & Conquer 3 when he was as a GDI commander. James Earl Jones and Tiberian Sun. Yeah, yeah, there were some good actors and such in the things, but they weren't. I feel there has to be a clear distinction between acting, films, and gaming. I'd quite happily lose the actors as long as the game was fucking quality. But that's just my opinion. But there have been quality scenes from actors and such from games like Command & Conquer, Resident Evil. You know, we look back now and think that's fucking hilarious. I just feel like it's unnecessary to have AAA actors or A-list actors in a game. But then that's where the money is, so fuck it. If I'm an A-list actor and someone says, I'm doing this game, I need you to do a bunch of lines, here's just a couple of mil. And you're like, alright, sweet, I'll go pop to my my sound room and do it there. I'm contradicting myself, but let's move on. Anyway, so Hi-Octane, Bullfrog, Releasing, I don't know if it's next January or it's already been released. No, it would have said out now. Oh no, he was writing this in December, so this must have been coming out now. But yeah, it looks very, very Wipeout-y. It's a racer with ships and yeah. Bullfrog steams into 5th gear with its debut PC release. A fuel-injected GTI of a racer. Was it faster than a speeding Diablo? Most melees hate Jack Black, that is also true. Apart from Tribute, which is a great song. Unless you say other, I don't know. I like Tribute. These talkie streams really take out my voice. Anyway, let's move on to the verdict. It looks cool. I'm looking forward to trying it out. And probably eating my words, but let's go. Graphics, clumsy but impressive, 6. Sound, oh it's a rave, 6. Lifespan, lots of racing options, 6. Gameplay, almost but not quite, 6. Presentation, racing on slicks, 7. Originality, another racing game, 4. 6 out of 10. Lone Soldier. This looks shocking. Okay. Lone Soldier. For a shoot 'em up where you can fire only on a fixed level, there are an awful lot of ups and downs. But isn't that like Doom? That's first person, you have a fixed level and then it kind of auto aims up if it's a level above you or below you. It looks shocking, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, this is 10p software. Telstar published it. It's out now for 45 fucking pounds. First person shoot 'em up. Huh. I'm not sure they know what first person means. Anyone else? 45 quid, yeah. 45 fucking quid for this. I paid 20 for it, maybe 30 at a push. But yeah, I'm not sure they know what first person means. Anyway, PlayStation verdict. Graphics, good polygons, 7. Sound, guns crackle, men wail, 5. Lifespan, 24 increasingly hard levels, 7. Gameplay, fun but flawed, 6. Presentation, pretty bland, 5. Originality, bits of everything, 5. For an above average, 6 out of 10. I'd give that lower, I really would. I'd buy it as a PlayStation Classic for a 5, except it clearly didn't do well enough to be a classic, exactly. I don't think I ever remember this coming out, but hey. Dear oh dear. And there we go, moving on to Agile Warrior, which they spelled correctly this time round compared to the front cover. This looks like another flight sim. Air Combat, there you go. This is developer Black Ops Entertainment and published by Virgin, coming out in January. Price to be announced. Okay, fair enough. It's a one-player air combat simulator thing. There's lots of those out in the market at the moment. So, yeah. Way to be competitive, Black Ops Entertainment. After the rather too easy air combat comes the nightmarishly difficult and ugly Agile Warrior. Someone has to get it right soon, surely. Even they're saying like this is a bad. Obviously the I do apologise for this. Looks like the the scan didn't go 100% to plan. Slightly juddered, but it's readable. PlayStation verdict. Graphics embarrassing, 4. Yeah. Sound fairly average, 6. Lifespan big and tough, 9. Gameplay strategic, 7. Presentation, oh dear me, no, 5. Originality derivative, 5. For a 6 out of 10. That 9 really buffs it up for just being a really difficult fucking game. Alright, fair enough. Wow, okay. In the same issue, they've started off by calling it the Ultra 64. And then there it is branded as the Nintendo 64. How strange. Don't know why they would contradict them, or they just showed both sides. Oh, I guess refer to it one and then the other. But that's, yeah, that is the new N64 that's coming out the following year. No, hang on, so yeah, the N64, the inside story. No other hardware launch has been as clandestine. No other game box has so much to live up to. Edge reports from Tokyo on the debut of the Nintendo 64-bit machine and interrogates the visionaries behind it. Interesting. And then here we go, buying peripherals and consoles and games from some kind of advert was made on Microsoft Paint. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Sorry. And there's a mail order direct. And then we're on to the cheat section. Top secret. Even the best gamers have their off days when the lap times stay low and the power-ups just don't seem to work. Here at PSN we believe in winning by any means necessary. Is there any particular... Oh, here we go. I'm curious for this one already. Rayman's cheat. Have they got a cheat for Rayman? This is completely pointless, but you may want to try it nonetheless. To get a small window appearing at the top of the screen showing a scaled down version of the in-game action, simply pause the game during gameplay. Holding down R2, press circle, circle, left, circle, circle. To get 10 extra continues if you only have 0, 1 or 2 continues left. While the game over continues, you can press up, down, left, or right, left. You've also come across a cheat to obtain 99 lives, but you can't seem to get it to work. All you have to do is access the password screen and enter XNB9FM exclamation point Z2 Z2 sorry before people start lashing out. Z, Z, or whatever. Question mark. Then press OK at the start of the game. You should now have 99 lives, but it doesn't seem to work. Does it work for you? Drop us a line if you have any luck. Wow. I remember getting my CNC PS1 cheats on these. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Some I'm not overly interested in, but the Rayman one was pretty fun. This is Ridge Racer one. Sick and tired of playing with the bog standard 8 cars? If so, here's a relatively easy cheat to be found that lets you race further 8 cars, each one offering different handling and acceleration capabilities than the previous lineup. But like the new cars, the cheat itself may take some practice to master. As the game loads, wait until the PlayStation logo appears, then press the X button repeatedly. This way, when the Galaxian clone appears, you'll be firing immediately. Your aim is now to destroy all the aliens as quick as possible. So they did this with Tekken. We found this out in issue 1. If you, or no, last issue I think it might have been, where if you beat Gallagher before you start the game, you unlock Devil Kazuya skin for Kazuya, which I never knew. I unlocked all the other characters apart from Devil Kazuya. I unlocked Heihachi and everything, but I didn't unlock Devil Kazuya in Tekken 1. But you have to beat all 8 levels of Gallagher before you start, and that's on the loading screen. If you fuck up, you have to load the game again and just keep trying. This is a similar kind of concept. Now work your way to the left, robot, and he's just telling you how to, yeah. If successful, a perfect sign will appear on the screen if you beat the aliens on the Galaxian thing. I remember this car. That frustrated the fuck out of me. This guy was like super fucking fast, and he was just impossible to beat. Yeah. What else we got? Here we go. So we're gonna go to the games on the console. That's rough. Like Gallagher with beating it is hard. Yeah. Got to bounce. Gromo streaming soon. Take care, guys. Looking forward to something spooky later. Thank you very much, Dixie. We'll probably raid into you if you're streaming soon. And I'll see you over at Gromo's. Tara. Yeah. Well, actually, you know, it depends. Actually, I might have to raid into the wheel. That's fine. Kickstart my decky. Whoa, yeah. I don't know if any of those work on this screen, but we can give it a go. Are you going to have time to stop the stream at the speed you're going? I'm hoping so. I'm pretty sure we're near the end of the magazine, in which case I'll be going into a very quick break to get some more water. And then we'll do the demo thing, which we... Oh, I might just kind of do the demo thing and then end. And then we'll be back on in a couple of hours. I think Cake's napping at the moment. But anyway, let's go. Right, on the CD, we've got Mortal Kombat 3, which is playable, which is good. Standard Fighter, love that. The classic series as well. Hi-Octane, the racer. So this is the racer we've been talking about earlier. The Ridge Racer rolling demo. And then Evolva, which I'm very curious about with the rolling demo there. So, yeah. Wow. That's weird. Did my Alexa do something? No. I think I... So these are all the endings, the game over endings for Tekken, Jack, Kazuya, Michelle, King, Paul, Nina, Law, Yoshimitsu, which is pretty cheap. If you want to spoil the game for yourself, here are the endings for those characters. Alright?
Guess what?
What?
Alexa, twice, just went to me. Now there's silence in the room.
Yeah.
And she goes, if you'd like me to repeat the answer.
Oh, it's probably because of...
And then, or something like that, and then there was, I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that, and I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck?
So you can hear my voice probably. That's why it's being picked up.
Either that or fucking ghost watching me sleep.
No, there's no ghost in this house. Itchy nose. Anyway, right, so we're at the end of... Yeah, we're at the end of the magazine. This is issue 3 for February 1996. I'm going to take a quick break actually because I need some water because my voice is starting to croak. So if you bear with me, I'll be a couple of minutes at the most. I'll see you, in a couple of minutes. Hello. Close that. Would have thought I was prepared for this. Boom. Right. I'm gonna probably close the music down. And let's. We've got Launchbox open. Euro Demo 3. There we go. I need to chat box. There we go. Sound alright? It was cake, yeah. You came in earlier. I was asking if that was you. So, does anyone have any preferences of what we do first? We play a game, play Mortal Kombat, Hi-Octane, we watch Evolva X, or watch Ridge Racer? What do you want to do first, guys? I'm going to go with Evolva X. Only because I'm so curious as to what the hell this is. Oh, too late, sorry. Well, this is uncomfy. This is your skull. This is your skull on balls 3D. I'm not sure what it's advertising here. Damn, that thing is ugly. Is this like a showcase of graphics? Yeah, but this is a pre-rendered. This is all pre-rendered, so it's not a demo. Yeah. This is just a showcase of graphics, isn't it? This is I've taken a few things at a club. Oh mate, chuck on the PlayStation, down on the wood swells. Yeah. Yeah. I feel that. Right, Hi-Octane. That was odd. The chat box not work. There you go. Better. Don't know why that was closed. Hi-Octane, Bullfrog Productions. Options, what we got? Change name, sound options, Sky. Sounds really low. Or is that just me? Does it sound low for you guys? Can't see audio. Number of laps 5, best lap 600 Steve, best lap 6000 Steve. We got, can we play as everyone? Berserker, Jugger, Vampire, Outrider. I like this one, this looks cool. I don't know if I'm shooting things or not. We're first! Not anymore, we're not. What is happening? Oh, right, okay. We're sick though, we're not doing good. Okay, it's not quite like Wipeout. Intriguing though. Ref. Killed one. We came third. What the fuck is happening? I don't know. We came third out of 8 though. And that was Hi-Octane. And we'll watch the Ridge Racer rolling demo now. Both high and full of octane indeed. Yes, please don't. Milk and no sugar for Flu. We can't play this one, unfortunately. It's a rolling demo. Great on love. It's not. I remember the red car had like the best, like balanced car out of all of them. Gold sponsor is the best, you know, yeah. And that was Ridge Racer. Now we're going to play some Mortal Kombat. Very trippy. I know, it's crazy. You just sit there and just kind of play these games over and over again. And it suited you down to the ground. Like, it's a new game. Despite the fact it was limited. This is where I'm going to suck at this, by the way, just disclaimer alert. You've been chosen to represent Earth in the Mortal Kombat. Be warned, although your souls are protected against Shao Kahn's evil, your lives are not. I cannot interfere any longer as Earth is now ruled by the Outworld gods. There are words, these are the words of Raiden. Or Raiden. The meek shall inherit the earth. Pretty good at Mortal Kombat. I'm just shucking it here. Probably, oh, okay. Be prepared to be disappointed in me.
Fight.
Oh.
Kano.
I know those two characters. Fair enough. Oh, whoops.
Fight.
She is annihilating her.
Sonya wins.
I meant to do that.
Fight.
I'm terrible.
Sonya wins.
Well, I'm shit.
Fatality.
Fatality. We'll give one more go at that. Literally, you only get one fucking match. We'll have one more go at that, and then that will be the end of stream until 7-ish. Down, back, high punch. Down, forward, high punch 2. Kano versus Kano.
Kano wins. Fight.
Butter mash.
Wins.
Thanks. I'm pretty much finishing now, to be fair. So, oh, nice one. GG's on the win there. Yeah, that was totally me who won that, not the computer. I suck at playing games, I really do. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. This has been official PlayStation Magazine issue 3, February 1996. For those people tuning on YouTube, stay tuned for more videos based on PlayStation Magazine's issues going forward. Hit the subscribe button, all that kind of jazz. So yeah, very short demo preview this time. Hopefully there'll be more on the next issue. But yes, I'll only be going for a short couple of hours. I'll be back later for Wicked Wednesday with our mortuary assistant, courtesy of Foof. Think of them as that. And you'll be seeing Kate and myself play that for a couple of hours tonight. It's a spooky stream. So yes, thank you for the raids, thank you for the follows, and thank you for being the awesome selves as usual. And yeah, I'll see you in a few hours. Take care of you. Bye bye. Wait, is Grom live yet? Am I waiting for it? He is. We're raiding into Grom. We're raiding into Grom. Raiding into Grom. Okay, so let's get the raid going, and then we'll go into offline screen. Started. See you guys soon. Whoa, welcome in, Kylo. Just finishing up. Well, is that a drug movie I saw? Was on that drug? Sorry, Kylo, we are done for today. Unfortunately, we'll be back in a few hours to do some horror stuff, but we're going to raid into Rome. An hour and a half's time. Just corrected. Hi and bye. See you in a couple of hours if you're still around, Kylo, and everyone else. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.